Wonderful news for a small amount of people, but I fixed the quotes, so it is quote space ad now. And I have been manually sending my ping in the Discord for a while because the trigger wasn't working. I fixed the trigger. So I don't have to remember to manually send it anymore. It broke when my OBS updated that time. Also, hey him, hey Naray, K-Heart Trip. Okay, so it put us back here. So we'll rewatch the beginning, which fine, I think. Cause I could use a bit of a refresher. I'm cool with that. I thought it saved at least once, but... See that site? Weird cards in a countdown? Yeah, I heard that Devastation and Judgment thing. Cult fans planning something crazy. They're behind the bomb attack on the Chief Cabinet Secretary. They have a countdown? Must be till their next attack. Tons of bombs going off when it reaches 0. What are they called again? Same Zimmers? Yeah, Zimmers. I could picture them doing this. I'll erase you if you keep saying that. Yeah, and it's this dork again. With your weird smirk. God, the art in this game is so strong. Must be imagining things. Like, the only thing that immediately comes to my head that I can think of that has, like, art as strong as this, that's like this, is, World of Horror, the Junji Ito-inspired, game. Which I've never played. Terrorist bomb attack took place yesterday by unknown parties killing 3. Security police urge caution when approaching unattended items in public spaces. Next, updates on the missing persons. I see. So the countdown may be a statement of intent. Scared. What's going to happen when it reaches 0? And why are they even doing this? The countdown page shows the Devastation and Judgment pair. They're anticipating the advent of war, natural disasters, or a pandemic. The paradigm shifts, there's a chance for lives to change fundamentally. Though that does seem to be an opportunistic view of the Great Reset. They really get to change their lives? They do seem to believe so. Looking forward to the day when all the fools will have everything exposed and judged. Huh? Now, I should brief you on the new requests. In the last episode, we saw a mysterious person deleting a file called the Samejima Incident, and I wonder if it's supposed to be Samezima, because there isn't really a Z in Japanese. I mean, it could be a typo, for sure. Z would be G. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I would have no way of knowing or no idea. I defer to your much more what's the word? I almost said much more intelligence on the matter, but much more knowledge on the matter. Yeah, I defer to that. Not intelligence. That's the wrong way. That's an awkward sentence no matter how I say it. It's a mystery-themed tour whose participants are said to go missing. We've been asked to find out the identity of the tour's organizer and their goal. So you know, the client is anonymous. That's as fishy as it could get. An important point of note. They realize who we are and why we're there. They may cancel the tour outright. Does that mean that we'll be participating in the tour incognito? You may hear angels sounding their trumpets. But please do be careful. Hey, Queen. So this Ueno Occult and Dark Mystery Tour? Mysterious tour, unknown organizer, people going missing. Is this for real? I heard it's on invite only, right? Means we'll be there instead of the client. Are you okay handing us the tickets or whatevs? Should I wear a mask or something? How'd that even help? This ain't a hardcore deep cover gig. No probs unless they realized we were given the tour tickets. So don't you go introducing yourself as a center rep, okay? I'll try not to? Anyway, on the menu today, find out the identity of the tour's organizer and their goal, eh? At the risk of having the tour itself called off, if the organizer realizes who we are. So I should wear a mask? We're regular normies. No one's even gonna notice anything we do. That's that. Mind checking socials about the tour itself for starters? Yes. I mean, people kinda know us since we went viral on the internet last time. It's all spooky and mysterious, and we don't have enough info yet, so it could be referring to something else. Yeah, but I like where your head's at. And catching things like that I wouldn't catch. Because it's helpful to have people that can do that, because my brain can only do so much. We're going undercover, better read up a bit about the tour, yeah? Can't find any info on the tour outside socials. Need to check for rumors around this obscure Ueno, Occult, and Dark tour. Find out who might be going on it. Indeed. People, the popular secret tour Occult and Dark is officially here. Dates and locations are being sent by DM to the few lucky participants. This is the tour? Looks like it. Only for selected participants, huh? What a concept. Okay. Should probably look up Occult and Dark. Might get some hits from old posts. And there's a ton of rumors, though. Might be able to narrow things down with some keywords from people who went before. Tour will cover the Shinobazu Pond anomaly, the truth about the unsolved case in Ueno Park, and the secret underground facility in Ueno and barrier that protects Tokyo. Do not under any circumstances tell anyone what you see on this tour. Anomaly? Unsolved case? Underground facility? Barrier? Unlike quite the tour. Some kind of occult tourism? I guess they'll be hitting Ueno's famous occult spots. What is occult tourism? Not terrorism. Tours the ghost hotspots, historical sites with legends behind them, or legends related to the occult. Dark tourism involves going to places where crimes or accidents happened. I feel like I gotta put my hoodie on. My arms are cold. I need to be warmed up. Ugh. There we go. My big cozy oversized hoodie. Perfect. Alright. Doing that tour at the Wild Rumors? I want to go. How do you apply? Looks pretty popular. Sure does. Better check on this. Getting a reaction for the words Wild Rumors? Doesn't Wild Rumors sound a bit like wild tubers you can forage or something? What? Yeah, that's the kind of intrusive thought I would have as Ami. Tour is not just invite only, it's held randomly. No one even knows who puts it on. A closed door exclusive tour is so mysterious. Oh, an invite only event. Sounds pretty mysterious. Oh, that mystery is what gets people intrigued. The invite only part draws them in even more. I've heard rumors of a secret base in the Ueno underground. You can actually go there? No way, right? Secret base? Something like that exists? I'm watching way too many action movies. Tour of Ueno's urban myths. I only know of one of them, the one where Saigo-san's statue moves. Or was it the dog statue? In the story of Saigo-san's statue, he flips the pages of the book he's holding. That's actually Kenjiro Ninomiya. The dog statue is referring to the one dog from the story, right? Or am I making that up in my head? Isn't there actually a statue of the dog? Heard this from an occult researcher, but places with a large flow of people like Ueno Station have rips in the space-time continuum, and those rips tend to be the source of many mysteries. Congestion causes rips in the space-time continuum? That's a thing? I wonder who said that. Occult researcher. What? I have to know more. Seriously? Did anyone actually get selected? I'm lucky that our client got selected. Seriously. Okay. Maybe I'll find other tour participants with this keyword. Totally. Alright, so selected Occult and Dark. Hey, Occult and Dark organizers, I'm waiting for my invite DM. Think they'll get a DM if they ask like that? Or here's to try. Card enthusiast. Are you talking about the Illuminate cards? How do you get the invite email? How do you qualify? They need to know things like follower count, annual salary, marital status. Qualify? I wonder how many people sign up in the first place. Heard those who get the email never come back after Occult and Dark. I'm sure they're riding the river Styx right now. Going on the tour and never coming back. People go missing? That's hard to believe. I was thinking about that earlier. Creepy, but you get a DM for a tour you never signed up for, right? It's a death trap. You'd have to be crazy to go. Wait, I was spacing out. We talking about Hachiko? If that's the name of the dog statue, then yeah, because they mentioned a dog statue and another name about a statue that apparently holds a book and flips through the pages. And I was wondering if the dog statue was the dog from the story that's in so many things. The dog that was waiting on its owner. I'm really bad with names, so I wouldn't remember if Hachiko is it or not, but... Creepy. Did you get a DM for a tour you never signed up for, right? That's a death trap. You have to be crazy to go. Invite DM comes even if you never signed up? Really now? And people just go with it and join? Hachiko is the dog. Okay, cool. People think it's a lie that you get an invite DM, but it's not. I went on the tour last year. You can't get that kind of experience anywhere else. Also, who's spreading rumors about people going missing? Those who've been on the tour seem to be pretty happy. I guess people aren't actually going missing. Isn't Occult and Dark infamous for people going missing or meeting misfortune? The tours themselves are not urban myths, like if the guides are even human or not. Going missing? Meeting misfortune? Really? People going missing. If so, the police would normally be involved. The whole invite-only tour thing is suspicious too. If I got a DM invite, I'd 100% think it's spam. True. It's hard to say if it actually happens. People do get invite DMs. I got an invite and went before. It was such an experience. I find myself wondering if it was all a weird dream. Ninamiya, yeah, that's the one that they were talking about. I recognize the name, because it's just right over here. Ueno... I thought it was here. Am I crazy? Wow. Oh wait, Saigo-san. Saigo-san is what they said. Saigo-san. Okay, I could have sworn Ninamiya. That I could have sworn. I just saw that, but my brain's apparently making things up. Usually it just makes up things about myself, not things I saw. Got an invite and went before. It was such an experience. I find myself wondering if it was all just a weird dream even now. Some people are saying it was like a dream. What's with this tour? Yamada gas mask heads for another world? I got the infamous DM for the Ueno Occult and Dark tour. The message really comes out of nowhere. I'll post a report article soon, so be on the lookout. Another participant. Do you know this person, Jasmine? It's Yamada gas mask. Pretty famous as a web journo. I was banned temporarily, but I'm back. I gotta read this. Maybe his account's got frozen, he couldn't be contacted? That wouldn't be enough to be considered missing. Alright, we finished. Got what you need? The tour is better known than I thought. More people have been on it than I expected. Basically, people are talking about it as if it's rumor or something. Maybe it's like a hobby for the organizer? Tour focusing on mystery spots in the Ueno area. Fully invite only. It said that some participants have gone missing? Yep. That's the point of this request. Isn't this case pretty dangerous then? For now, we sneak in as normies and hide who we are from the organizer and participants. Head to the meeting point, blend with the group, gather clues ninja style. Okay. Ready as I'll ever be. I was AFK when dog trivia was happening. Yeah, it was just a short little bit. I think it's that group there. Excuse me, is this the meeting point? Glasses! Huh? No, I don't think so. We're looking for the Ueno Occult and Dark Mystery Tour. We read that we'd be gathering here. You are registered? Kindly show me your invitation DMs. Yes. Thank you. Kindly wait here for a few more. Wow, look at this group. There's Gas Mask. Are we about to have like a little mini Danganronpa chapter? Yeah, I was talking about Ueno specifically. Sorry for being rude. I didn't think anybody would be taking part in pairs. But I'm glad we have more girls joining us. Together? Is that even legit? First time I hear that +1s were valid. That being said, I wouldn't have any friends willing to accompany me here. Now that all our participants are here, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a journey of mystery and deep insight. The Ueno Occult and Dark Tour starts here. Look at the goose. Thank you everyone for your patience. Introducing myself, I will be your humble guide and butler during this tour. We have handouts for you about today's tour. Thank you. Do you have any for us too? Strange, we are short one envelope. Heh, great start. Or what, maybe someone snuck their way in? Everyone's invitation DMs were correct, so that wouldn't be the case. My sincere apologies. Please share the handouts amongst yourselves. Oh, okay. Now, if everyone could open the envelopes I handed you, you'll find this tour's concept detailed inside. The first location is right here, Shinobazu Pond. Hey, what the hell? Something wrong? Well, there's this creepy paper in mine, yeah? It's part of the fun or what? Actually, yes, good guess. Good guess, siree? I thought that was saying like, yes, siree, but sire? Is that what you're saying? Good guess, siree, sire? That feels weird either way. Congratulations! That card comes with a special bonus prize! We'll be sending you something at a later date. Huh? Oh yeah? Heard this tour had some people going poof in the past. Sure it's safe to even be here? Yes, exactly, Mr. Guide. That is wholly incorrect. Just rumors, I tell you. No doubt a result of the deep mystery surrounding this tour. So, back to the tour. Shinobazu Pond is our first mystery spot. Our mystery tour activities begin here. Mystery tour activities? 4-digit numbers hidden here at Shinobazu Pond that is related to the next spot. Please work together to try and find it. Let the mystery begin! Like, Oodles, what do you mean kind of thing? Yeah, I guess so, since you're doing it here as well. A bit worried about our guide. It feels weird to call someone sire, but whatever. Not the weirdest thing, I suppose. Wow, we're in just like that. Let's talk normally. I don't want to stand out. Oh yeah, about the envelope we didn't get. Gas mask, let me take a pic if you ever need to check on anything. I don't really get the people going missing vibe from this. It's just a regular tour so far. We've been here for like 5 minutes. Yeah, I gotta agree. Tour handouts don't say much either. Should still be careful. Well, there's a 3. Swan boats are actually pretty scary. They rock around quite a lot. I'm a grown-up now, so I should be fine. I mean, they kinda rock. They kinda rock, but what are you doing in the boats that they're gonna be rocking that much? I wonder if Jasmine would ride one with me. I still ship it. This boat is really dirty. Seats and pedals are all rusty and falling apart. Might be older than the others. I don't see any 4-digit numbers. There's a 3 on the back of the boat. This isn't it, is it? Put it down just in case. Yeah, it's usually with 2 E's. Everything going well, I assume? Or presume. I'm not fully up to speed with this tour, to be honest. This tour is indeed full of mysteries. A tour of the Oeno area's mysterious spots by invitation only. The game-based activities are part of the draw, no doubt. The biggest point of note is that no one here, including myself, knows full details of the tour's planned course. You mean even you don't know what we'll be doing next? So we're supposed to look for a 4-digit number related to the next location? Yes, precisely. Once you find it and inform me, the location is done. I will then guide you to the next mystery spot. So it's like a game. Indeed, indeed. But you don't actually know the entire route? Indeed not. Who's the organizer? Who is organizing this tour? It's not you, is it? Oh, of course not. I'm just a humble hired guide. Never actually met the organizer. Isn't it a fascinating tour? About the tour's handouts we didn't get. Oh yes, my sincere apologies about that. Merely brought along the materials I'd received, so it's unlikely I'd forget just one of the envelopes. Rather unreliable tour guide, and you did seem very scared when there was something in the envelope that one character got. Should add some notes on our guide. Guide is leading us through the tour while adding to the fun. However, when it comes to the tour's plan, he is in full control of detail, hasn't even planned anything, has no idea about the details since he's just a hired guide. Participants have gone missing. What if something happens this time too? Unknown organizer. The tour organizer, shrouded in mystery, organizes tours for cases of missing people. Known for cases of missing people. No one knows who this organizer is. Some say they might be a messenger from another world. A guide for hire. He leads a peculiar life. Whether it's his many hobbies or his obsession with self-improvement, seems like he assumed this would be an easy gig, and then all he has to do is follow the instructor's instructions. Organizer's instructions. Pond said to be haunted by the ghost of a man with his head down. Pond is covered with lotus plants, a beautiful sight when in bloom. They are swan boats, but the spot is not recommended for couples. Why not? A little bit of danger can be hot. Hello, I'm Azami Fukurai. Oh hey, Yamada here. Work as a writer. Yamada Gas Mask, right? I heard you're a famous web journalist. I'll take off this mask so it's easier to talk. Yeah. Also, just Yamada's fine without the gas mask. Why'd you participate? What made you sign on to this tour? Not much to explain, really. Got a DM invitation, I showed up. I guess since this tour draws a lot of interest, I thought I could write about it. You'll be reporting on the tour? Pretty much. Just go ahead and do my journalist thing. Not the other participants. Never met any of them. Don't know them. Have you found the 4-digit number? Of course. It was so easy, I'm kind of disappointed. Found it right after the search started. Yeah, it's very, very easy, it seems, so far. Need notes on Mr. Gasmask too. Mr. Yamada Gasmask, who showed up wearing his namesake. Seems like he's actually famous. What was his job? A web journalist. Super famous. Wonder why I don't know him. Better not offend him or he might get us with his writing. He writes articles about trending topics on social media. Looks like his gas mask is part of his character. Seemed he joined the tour for potentially good writing material. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people to fill in on this one, really. It's just like our main squad. Okay. Observe. They have swan boats. I remember riding these when I was little. Who was I with when I did? That's a weird thing to not remember. Numbers. Number 8 on the back of the boat, but this can't be it. It's not 4 digits. That's why you combine them. Oh, there's some graffiti in the corner with some numbers. 5S Kinoko was here. People who graffiti their names like this must be pretty proud of themselves. Hello, I'm Zami Fukurai. Fujiwara. Nice to meet you, Fujiwara-san. As in the historical Fujiwara family, including Fuito Fujiwara. Furito? Alright. Why did you participate? What made you sign on to this tour? Well, you could say I have a special interest in the occult. And I did receive a DM invitation. Joining was the only option. About the other participants, I'm really not interested. That Yamada Gasmask seems famous online. To be clear, I don't know him personally, but know of him online. Have you figured out where the 4-digit number is? Oh, pardon me, I got distracted thinking about something else. I have a lot on my mind, so I'm leaving that to the others. Interesting. Friendly occult otaku. He talks in a somewhat unique way. He said he loves the occult. A VTuber. Yes, he really seems to love the occult. A trusty companion for the tour. We should ask him advice when we can. Occult enthusiast. Asking questions draws out his extensive knowledge. Maybe he'll unleash all kinds of occult info on the tour. Hello again. I'm Azami Fukurai. Well, hello, Azami-chan. I'm, Kimura. Good to meet you, or glad to meet you. Wait, why did you participate? Why'd you join this tour? I'm actually something of a horror story fan, especially the Cadence. Also, a man's face showed up in a photo I took here before. Heap, who is that person? Pond has a rumor about a man's ghost who is hunched over and mumbles something. There's this rumor that people who see his face get pulled into the pond. So it might be that ghost in the photo. Scary, huh? That's some rumor. Felt like I might learn something about the ghost if I joined this tour. I was really happy, as I didn't think I'd actually get an invite. Ghosts? I've had my yearly dosage of ghost encounters. But they're not actually ghosts. None of them were. We unmasked them, just like in Scooby-Doo. Have you figured out where the 4-digit number is? I'm really not good at this kind of thing, so I haven't found a clue. Guess I'm waiting for someone else? Kaiden Loving Lady. Mura-san is the only other woman in the group besides Jasmine and me. She loves Kaidan's Japanese ghost stories and took a photo related to one. What was in the photo? A ghost that appears by the pond. Yes, they say you get pulled into the pond if you see the ghost's face. I saw the ghost's trace, but that should be okay. Kimura. She likes spirits in the occult, but can't handle the really scary stuff. She took a picture of a man's ghost that is said to appear at Shinobazu Pond. Hope nothing happens because of that. Okay, so... check the sign. Shinobazu Pond. Also, the lotus flowers bloom at certain times of the year. 4 digits. 4 digits. Don't see them anywhere. What's this? There's a rope tied to one of the sign's posts. Nothing on the other side. Interesting. Well, there's 13. Yeah, so that's all of them. There's number 13 on the back of the boat, but no 4-digit numbers anywhere. Maybe it's somewhere else? Azami, please. Should note this down too. Another swan boat. This boat seems off somehow. I wonder why. Oh, this doesn't have a rope. Maybe it came off? Did the boat float away like this? I don't see any park keepers. Should call park services once we're done. Hello, I'm Azami Fukurai. Oh yeah, well I'm Matsuda. Why'd you participate? What made you sign on to the tour? Oh yeah, I'm not really interested in all this, but the store's pretty popular, yeah? I had like 0 interest in this occult stuff, but I did get that invitation message. Figured why the hell not? Why waste it? Like I said, that rumor about people going sayonara? Wonder what's actually going on. Oh yes, of course. Gas mask kid, he's raking in the dough with name and shame articles, yeah? Kid's probably up to date on stuff like that now. Not the other participants. Didn't expect much from an occult tour, but what a bunch of losers. So hoping we might get some celebs, but only one who shows is Yamada Gas Mask. You figured out what the 4-digit number is? Really doing that quiz thing then? Sheesh. Oh, no offense, nope. Sorry I haven't solved it for us, yeah? I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. Mr. Matsuda. Should note down what I know about Matsuda. Matsuda-san's tour materials had a strange drawing. Joined this tour, but his interest in the occult is utterly non-existent. Yep, he seemed totally disinterested. But if so, why did he decide to show up? Just because he thought there might be interesting people here? Big, intimidating, a little scary, joined even though he's not interested in the occult. Hope we can keep the right distance without offending him throughout the tour. Alright, so the 4-digit number is just 3813, right? Yeah. 3813. The mystery for the spot is to find a hidden 4-digit number. I heard that some people went missing during this tour? It couldn't be. An unfounded accusation. The organizer made that very clear. Do I really have to get help? Jasmine, am I incognito enough? Stop whispering. Who do I give the tour, like, code to? Gas-Mask, can I have a word? Just call me Yamada. The missing people. You heard the rumor that people in the store went missing? About that, I don't think amateur snooping is going to dig up much. You think people actually went missing? Honestly, I don't know. Since I don't know who exactly they're inviting. Alright. I was able to interview a former participant, though. What did you hear from that participant? Yeah, well, their story wasn't quite believable. They mentioned wandering into a different time, or that it felt like another world. Seems like they experienced something quite out of the ordinary. How could that be? Anyway, can see whether they're telling the truth or not. Another world. Fujiwara-san? Okay. God, I could never do this. Having to just walk up to people and just start conversations? Screw that. What's up? Okay, nothing. What does it want me to find? Like, it's very clear you just combine the numbers that we've seen, right? At least that's what it felt like to me. I asked about the missing participants. I asked about Mr. Gasmask about the missing participants. Uh-huh. So they did go missing, yeah? Wasn't know for certain whether anyone really went missing, but you said participants mentioned wandering into some strange place. Wasn't that the problem, wandering into strange places? Who's even risk managing this tour? Okay. What in the world does it want me to do? Is there a click spot I missed? Participants who saw strange sights. Here we go. About previous tours, heard that participants found themselves in otherworldly locations. Have you seen those places yourself? No, I haven't. This is my first time guiding this tour, so I don't know about previous installments. Oh, I see. I did read in the organizer's email what to do if we do end up somewhere strange. Told to let you know once you found the 4-digit number, so good luck finding it. Really? I'll keep trying then. We don't have to, I already know it. Oh, this is weird. Mr. Gasmask? I just have to like kind of walk around and talk to everybody? Because new stuff pops up? Maybe something new happened over here with the sign? Nope. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, nothing new with you. Nothing new there. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I can just use the glasses now, but yeah. I was kind of thinking we would just turn in the code, because it feels obvious what it is. What's with this shadow? Looks like a person, but gives me the creeps. What are they doing? Writing something somewhere high up? Maybe this is a trace of an organizer writing the 4-digit number? There's nothing near their hand. How could that be? Interesting. So maybe it wasn't the just numbers on the swans like I thought. Let's stop and think for a bit. We've been told to look for a 4-digit number, but where could it be? I searched around likely areas but couldn't find anything. What should I do? Would they leave me behind unless I find it? You seem distressed, Mr. Zami. Even if you've searched a location, there's a possibility your searches were insufficient. Hypothesizing on where you should be searching might help you revisit such possibilities. Makes sense. The traces I saw on the numerous swan boats in the ponds, what are we missing here? Maybe it's written on the back of the swan boat number 13? Really? Shadow near the sign seemed to be writing something high up. Remember, each of the swan boats had something noteworthy. Yes, they were different. I took notes for each so we could check my journal. Let me rethink this. Okay, maybe it's written on the head, buttocks, swan boat of the swan boat, back, rusted petal, head? Yeah, the head, okay. Maybe it's written on the head of the swan boat number 13? I still don't see how you would get that from that, but... yeah, that must be it. That swan boat used to be near that shadow. The organizer wrote the numbers on it. And the boat floated over to where it is now. Oh, that's what they mean. Because you were like standing in front of the tree, so I thought you like wrote it into the tree or something. Like scratched it into the tree. But that boat wasn't secured, so that makes sense. Okay. Should go recheck swan boat number 13. Okay. Observe? Is this shadow a man? It's hunched over and kind of creepy. Could he be the man that showed up in Kimura-san's photo? The one walking around hunched over? I don't know if he's a ghost, but he's scary either way. Oh, does the pond swallow up people who've seen the ghost's face? Seeing the trace doesn't count, right? As it's not the ghost himself? Oh, hi. Someone should tell Leafy to stop and take a break. I was wondering if he was still going or not. Is he still stuck on that boss? If he's stuck there, then yeah, I think he should take a break. Check the head. I'm guessing correctly, the number should be on this boat's head. Aha, there it is. 0921, that's 4 digits, that must be it. Should go tell our guide. Yeah, I mean, I thought the numbers listed just on them was too easy, but yes, definitely that. Woof. Mystery for the spot is to find a 4 hidden digit. 0921. 4-digit number is 0921, right? Well done, that's the number. So what that number means, we will know at the next location. I believe, maybe perhaps. We'll need to wait until the time limit for everyone else's answers, so kindly bear with us for a little while longer. I'm kidding, but don't tell. You won't take a break? Yeah, no, Leafy won't take a break. How could one escape? Now that we've found the number, please tell us what to do if we find ourselves somewhere strange. I did promise you that. With no further ado, go back the way you came, without deviating. That is all. Isn't that kind of obvious? Well, that's the only thing I've been told, so... That's that then, I guess. Making a mental note just in case. How to escape from strange places. Jasmine, I think we've gathered what we can here. Oh yeah, director's gonna call then? Let's step away from everyone for just a bit. Okay. Hey, Mr. Guide? We're waiting for an urgent call. Mind give us a minute? Of course, please let me know when you are ready. Spam drink water. Okay, should be good. Here we go. It's not your phone, it's mine. How's it going? Director-san? Nice work on joining the tour. Let's get this identification done quickly. Yes, let's get it done quick. Alright, time for cool art. And time for me to say, brilliant. That said, perhaps it's a bit too early this time. I did think that. Seriously? It's not like anything has happened, unlike the previous case. Is there even an urban myth that fits this? Not all urban myths leave ample clues or traces, narrowing down the anomaly from a hazy silhouette. You could say that's the essence of our investigations. I guess. Now on to the identification. First of all, what's at the center of this investigation? A mysterious tour. Happens only irregularly, is invite only, and the organizer is unknown. Almost a mystery novel of its own. So, Mrs. Ami, this tour has been held previously. What was the anomalous rumor said to have happened before? Participants went missing. The rumor says that participants are going missing during the tour. Great. Precisely. Though the rumors have neither been denied or confirmed, there are rumors that participants go missing while on this tour. Alright, we gotta make our ziggurat. Moving on. Previous participants on the tour who made it back seem to have left intriguing comments. So, Mrs. Ami, what was it that those participants saw during the tour? Someplace out of this world. They didn't see Nessie. Said they saw someplace out of this world. Excellent. Yes, indeed. They wandered into some place out of this world and made it back. Wow, wow, wow. My final question. It is said that, should you wander into some place out of this world, there is one thing you can do to escape. So, Mrs. Ami, what was this method? An approach that would allow you to make it back here? Go back the way you came. That's what our guide was told by the organizer. Brilliant! Many ways to escape should you wander into some place out of this world. But for this case, to avoid going missing, you'll want to go back the way you came. The urban myth that matches the circumstances would be... Point. Identification. Netherworld. Here we go. There we go. So I don't think it's supposed to be the ziggurat. I'm just calling it the ziggurat because it's like kind of pyramid shaped, and I quite frankly just like saying the word ziggurat because it's a fun one, and you don't get to say it that much. Netherworld? Hell, the underworld, the Fey world, places other than this world. Or other dimensions, worlds in past or future timelines. Collective notion for such anomalous spaces. Netherworld sounds scary. But can it even be called an urban myth? Rumors of an otherworldly place, and talk of getting caught in it and going missing. Those would constitute a full-fledged urban myth. I see. I think. Decisive for this identification was the advice to go back the way you came, should you find yourself there. Though that might seem obvious. For the netherworld, known as an urban myth, going back the way you came has a special meaning, as well as being the only viable method of escape. The seemingly obvious way out. The organizer mentioning it this clearly means this tour involves the netherworld. Makes sense to suppose so. Great! Investigation's goal is to assess a full picture of the tour, and to determine the organizer's goal. If anything happens, go back the way you came. Please keep that in mind as you continue your investigation. Yes, I will. Netherworld, eh? Careful. Cool. How exactly? I'm trying to be careful too. Yeah, cool. How? Everyone, we'll be moving on to the next location. Should be a 10-minute walk or so, but should you get lost, the tour being what it is, we might find ourselves going back the way we came. Please make sure to follow me there. Back the way we came for the clowns who wander off from the group. Don't even think about slowing us down. Well, off we go then. You're gonna bite it super hard. Yes. Esteemed participants, this is the second location for our Ueno Occult and Dark Mystery Tour. Chalk outline? I think I know this place. Checking my notes, yes, your attention please. 7 years ago, this spot was the stage for a murder case. What the hell is that? I can't even make that out. Like, what is... Like, this is clearly a shirt? Oh, camera. Oh my god. Okay. I see now. For some reason, I thought it was like a... I can't even... It was one of those weird things where my brain couldn't parse what it was, because this looked like a talon. Like, think like a bird trying to punch you. That was what my brain saw. I can't describe why. These look like talons curled into a fist, and then this looked like the little arm. So... My brain's good. It's fine. It's totally good. Flowers? And a photo of the victim? I guess I see it? See, I'm not crazy. It does look like one. Like, I was totally omitting the hand here. But no, because, see, that's what I was seeing from the hand, because I thought that was, like, the open bit of the claw. Like, there was some space between. So this was the shirt. You were being seen between the claws, and these were each of the claws. I don't know. I'm explaining this way too much for it just being my brain being stupid, but... The person in the frame. He's the ghost in my photo. Huh? Huh? Photo what? May I continue? We'll be taking a short break and seeing the sights here, and we'll also have a simple quiz related to the incident. Quiz? Happy quizzing here on this murder scene. It was unsolved, yeah. Thought that a cold egghead whoever did it or something. Nonsense. Everybody knows Dr. Kisaragi was innocent. Fujiwara-san? That was a false charge, no question about it. Why the sudden outburst? Kisaragi rings a bell. Where did I hear that name? So he was a ghost after all. The plot thickens. For now, let's take a short break. After all, we'll start with an overview of the premises. Weird vibes. I agree, why are they acting like this? Also, we haven't seen anything Netherworld-like so far. Guess we're not at the entrance yet? Dunno. I think we're fine, though. We're here to scope out this tour and what the organizer's up to. You're right, if nothing happens, then nothing scary comes for us. I'm concerned now is the others are acting all strange. Not the murder that happened here 7 years ago, was it? They're all acting kind of awkward after hearing that. Let's look around on socials during the break. Great idea! Look at them. We're gonna wander into Tartarus. It's just gonna be like an SMT. Ueno makes me think of the Ueno Tenshu incident. Is that what they mean by the murder from 7 years ago? What was the incident about? Wait, you don't know? Raised as a princess under a rock, or what? Maybe. Get credit for jumping into a mystery tour with zero prior knowledge. The Ueno Tenshu incident is a famous one. Should be able to dig up posts from back then too. Should still be an active topic since the alleged culprit was pretty famous. The incident had a massive impact on society back then. Posts from that time should give you an idea of what it was like. I don't think the incident would be that famous. Why haven't I heard about it? Should I try to read the news a bit more? The mystery tour in Ueno is back. Disappointed that I can't go, but I'll bring some of that darkness from 7 years ago. Here are some old posts. Oh, that's so helpful. Socials are the best starting point. Just before dawn in Ueno Park, Kingo Nomura, 32, was found unconscious by a passerby. He was taken to hospital in critical condition and pronounced dead. According to the Ueno police, Kingo showed signs of being violently beaten, and a murder investigation is underway. Article from 7 years ago. Is this the famous incident they're talking about? Yep, it's a murder case from quite a while ago. Happened at this park. Breaking news in the Kingo Nomura case. The man found unconscious in Ueno Park. A piece of paper with Tenshu written on it was found near the scene. Therefore, the case will be called the Ueno Tenshu incident. Tenshu? Another article from back then? Ueno Tenshu incident's pretty infamous. You really don't know about it? Wait, the person in this picture. I feel like I've seen them somewhere before. I mean, we definitely have. Looks like the Ueno Tenshu incident caught a lot of attention. Might be the only one who had never heard of it. We should search it up then. Yeah. Tenshu incident. It's been 7 years since it happened. This person knows about the incident. It really was famous. People were pretty obsessed. It was trending a lot. If I remember correctly, his money wasn't stolen, so it wasn't a robbery. Maybe a crime of revenge? Why else leave a piece of paper that says Tenshu? Yeah, I mean, my only... him? Do you know what Tenshu actually means? Because my only association with it is the Tenshu series, which is just like a stealth game where you're a ninja. Is it assassin? Murder? What does Tenshu just mean? By the way, the zombie might just tell me. What does Tenshu mean? What kind of punishment done in the name of the gods? Okay, well, there we go. Question answered. Easy. Sorry, him. The game got to it first. Scary enough just being in a park at night. Imagine a creepy phone popping up with hazy lighting. Wouldn't want to use it. No thank you. Gives me the shivers. Ueno Park is so big. No wonder some parts are creepy. What's this creepy phone? A payphone? The phrase creepy phone is reacting. Looks like it's drawing attention. More attention than I would have thought. Got me curious about it now. The Nomura guy who was attacked in the Tenshu incident is treated like a victim, but maybe he did something to deserve divine punishment? Reason for divine punishment? Deserving punishment for doing something bad. Remember the streamer who went looking for the culprit with a piece of paper that said divine punishment? That was hilarious. Like, who said they get to be the judge of that? Wait, a streamer? Not the police? No, not police, just some regular dude. Henshu incident, huh? That brings back memories. Never expected it to end the way it did. How it ended? Yeah, you wouldn't know. The way it concluded is famous, too. What new updates did we get here? Urban Myths, Netherworld. Do you believe in other worlds? I do. There's one called the Netherworld. Urban Myths refer to many different locations in the Netherworld, but the common thread is the belief that it exists. In order to go to the Netherworld, certain steps need to be followed. If these steps are followed perfectly, you'll find yourself there. However, these steps can be completed entirely by chance, and some people have ended up in the Netherworld by accident. There are cases all around the world of people vanishing into thin air. Some of them probably ended up in the Netherworld. If you're going to attempt the journey, be prepared not to come back. There are a few rare exceptions, but most people don't. By the way, urban myths often feature train stations as gateways to the Netherworld. Kisaragi Station, Katasu Station, Iyami Station, just to name a few. There are many other ways to get there as well. Kisaragi Station is a classic? I feel like in an SMT or a Persona game, one of the areas that you basically entered the, like, Tartarus or the Netherworld was at a train station. I want to say it's SMT4 that I'm thinking of in my head. But I'm probably wrong. 3? Like Persona 3 or SMT 3? And we already know about Baby Blue. I don't know why that's saying we haven't read it. Persona. Oh, I've still never played P3. Leafy will get mad at me for hearing that, but at this point I might never. I've never even, well, I've played Persona 4, but I pirated it back in the day and played for like an hour and then stopped. So I did not get very far. It's where you fight the one boss where people make very crude jokes. Oh. I definitely don't know this. I mean, I know barely anything about P3, besides the way that you activate your persona. The guy behind the Tenchu incident was that occult researcher Tsutomu Kisaragi, right? Whoops. Kisaragi. I know I've heard that name. From some book at the center, maybe? Tsutomu Kisaragi is kind of famous in our circle for his book, Occult Great Reset. Yeah. That's it, he wrote that book. And if you wouldn't say the book is niche, it isn't for the masses either. Tsutomu Kisaragi was a uni professor. At the same time, he was working as an occult researcher. Uni professor and occult researcher? That's amazing, and he's the culprit of the Ueno Tenchu incident? Gimme. Getting a reaction. I'll look up Tsutomu Kisaragi and see what kind of post it brings up. Database? Yeah, okay, so these are the ones I have not read much at all, because it's basically just like flavor text of a bunch of things we know about. Mirror seems to be involved in this case. If the woman sets her sights on you, you'll never be able to escape her. It'd be the first time in my life I'd be getting female attention. Poor dear person. She has a B and a J on her chest, so yeah, you can probably guess. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. I can see why people were making crude jokes, but I also would struggle to believe people thought that was actually what it was intended. But I don't know. Seems weird to think like, oh yeah, they probably definitely meant the blowjob for this character. Ueno Tenchu incident. Yeah. News like Ueno Tenchu incident culprit, the dark side of an occult researcher, was really trending for a while. I used to love reading Tsutomu Kisaragi's books. What a shock. Why would Tsutomu Kisaragi do such a thing? You look into it, you should be able to find out. Strange that a harmless occult otaku would suddenly start getting people, and with Tenchu no less. Getting? Killing. Didn't something happen between the victim and Tsutomu Kisaragi? Maybe they were mocking the occult and that set Kisaragi off? Who knows? Means Tsutomu Kisaragi had a motive? Who knows? Could be that. Don't treat Tsutomu Kisaragi like some suspect. Try reading his magna opus, Occult Great Reset. Personally, I think Kisaragi was taken out by the powers that be. What about the powers that be? Whatever the book says, that's just some conspiracy theory. It's people like this who terrorize and justify it as divine punishment. Block and report it. Terrorize? Guess they're trying to call him a Zimmer? What a leap. Dangerous to think we deserve better than others. Tsutomu Kisaragi is living proof of that. Proof? Are they saying he was convicted? No, that didn't happen, I don't think. Their takeaway from the book was that we deserve to be rewarded? Wait, I'm confused. It's confirmed that Kisaragi guy was the culprit? Is that what it's about? And? Is there not a post or article that explains everything went down? These people haven't seen actual tarot cards. White deck at least? I mean, I haven't seen many actual tarot decks either. Although, I for a long time, I knew there were different tarot decks across time, but most of the ones that I was familiar with are all the ones that are in Binding of Isaac and a lot of Persona games, which is Death, the World, the Fool, all that stuff. But I also, never specifically got into how tarot works because they can mean different things depending on where their position is and how they're flipped up and everything, so... Oh, that's the standard one. Yeah, see, I didn't even know the name of it. It's not my forte. Most of my knowledge of that has just been from video games. So, I'm very ignorant on tarot. But Morgan had a really interesting deep dive into tarot that she was talking about yesterday on stream. And she posted about because she noticed some things in Fallout when she was watching it, and it had a lot of tarot symbolism in it. So she did a big deep dive post on Tumblr about it, and was all happy. It was very adorable seeing her get all excited about her hyperfixation. I love that. Tsutomu Kisaragi committed suicide before conviction. Isn't that basically admitting he's guilty? Suicide? Kisaragi committed suicide because of this. Committed suicide before conviction. Isn't that basically admitting he's guilty? Well... Sometimes a suicide can be faked. And sometimes it may be because they don't want to deal with the alternative of what the other people are going to put them through. Suicide of an assistant professor. The internet blew up with comments. Okay, creepy phone? Guess this is just the thing. Too many results. Creepy phone. Wow, just searching creepy phone gave me... What, like those old dial phones? Tracking down reactions, but the replies are kind of vague. Yeah, most creepy phones we'd hear about are probably old dial phones. No, the urban myth. I remember seeing some challenge-style vids from streamers. Oh, this is another urban myth? I wonder what it's about. Forget that one little detail. Fry your own brain trying to remember. Oh, the transdimensional phone. It's near a dam next to a bridge or something, right? Transdimensional phone? Rings a bell. Series of steps you need to follow, I think. I was about to say, update my journal with that. You hardly ever see telephone boxes these days. Some of you in your teens or 20s may have never even set foot in one, am I right? There are rumors that some of those disused booths have lines that connect to other worlds. There even are different kinds of phones. For example, some might let you take a call from your past or future self. You might even hear something from yourself that could change your future. They say other phones connect you to the world of the dead. If you make a call from one of those, you could talk to someone who has already passed away. Just the other day, I got a random call from this girl who asked me all kinds of questions. I think her name was Mary. The call ended, but she kept calling back, as in-your-face reminder about the other side of anything. But these phones aren't all fun and games, so caller beware. There are cursed booths that kill you within a week if you call from them. Talk about calling death itself. It's probably an SMT train level 2. My brain's just running on fumes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a level. I don't know if it was like you get to Tartarus by going to the train station, but I'm pretty sure in SMT4 you run through a train station at some point and it connects back to the real world and stuff. But I get you, my brain is always running on fumes as well. I feel you there. Ugh. Someone was streaming about it. You hear a voice when you pick up, but if you say anything in reply, you're gone. Even safe to stream about such things? Safe for the viewers, at least. Man, phone battery's dead. The reception sucks this far out in the mountains. Good thing there's a payphone, but it won't take my 10 yen coins. Did I dial wrong? A woman just picked up. Hey, what's this person trying to... No way, that lady's normal. F. Huh? Oops. It's over. What? Oh no. Okay. Got it? No letters moving around. False alarm. Yeah. I didn't even know you could do that without there actually being anything. So what have I not searched? Just... That had too much. This was this. I guess I just haven't searched just this person alone. Creepy phone? Oh? Huh. I feel like I've tried everything. And this was just this. Creepy phone and this? What'd I miss? I must have missed some jiggling words somewhere. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, sometimes it's just like you have to have a certain combination of words, but... I don't see any moving. It's admittedly hard for my eyes to focus right now, and since the background is scrolling, sometimes it feels like... Ah, here's suicide. That's the one I missed. Sometimes it feels like they're moving, even though they're not. I thought another keyword. I'll look into that. So yellow means I've already scanned it, basically. Suicide. Satomu Kisaragi committed suicide before he could be exposed as the culprit of the Tenshu incident. Seems like something an occult researcher would do. I bet he had delusions about the afterlife. Some people just have no common sense. Choosing suicide before people found out? Either way, nothing to do with the occult. Kisaragi's book was all about dispelling occult stereotypes like that. In these cases, people just say whatever biased things they want. With all the hate he got, anyone would kill themselves. That's the dark side of the media and the internet. Dark side of the media and the internet. They have so much influence in all directions, and the gossip was non-stop. You know what's childish? Choosing death is the way to go out. His crime will live on forever on the internet. That's despicable. Yeah. Who do they even think they are? Like, what a bastard. He had siblings too, right? We should show them reality before they start spitting ideologies like Kisaragi. Oh my god. Going so far as to threaten his siblings. Darkspec, proof of Satomu Kisaragi's falsified suicide. Is the Ueno Tenshu incident truly resolved? For details, click here. Humpty Dumpty. False accusations. Take a closer look. That article's 7 years old. Posting a totally different story. That was already to get clicks while the topic was hot. Zero credibility. Oh, you're right. Now I see it's just a repost. Found an old article by Darkspec. Was it all fake news? He was innocent? I didn't need to sell his book? What's this person trying to say? Whatever their values are, I guess. Ignorant people get swayed so easily by whatever fits into their views. It's not just Satomu Kisaragi, the whole family's a mess. What are the police doing? What do you mean? It's Dr. Kisaragi's family... That Dr. Kisaragi's family should go down too, just because they're related? Even if it makes no sense to us, it somehow does for them. Sense of justice is twisted. What are the police doing? This. How come the Ueno Tenshu incident is still unsolved to this day? Our tax money goes right into their pockets, so why don't they get some work done? Unsolved? I thought Dr. Kisaragi was the culprit. The Ueno Tenshu incident hasn't actually been solved? Total mystery, right? That's what makes it an urban myth. The case wouldn't turn unsolvable just because the culprit committed suicide. It's just another piece of the puzzle that keeps the incident relevant. Alright, we're done. I'm gonna go read this final message, but... Looked at the old post about the Tenshu incident. Disturbing how hard people went after Kisaragi just because he was the culprit. I'll repost these criminals. Well, this person is reposting older threads. So, I mean, things might get a bit dark from here. Kisaragi really got a lot of hate back then. If you want to keep looking, brace yourself. I went to the Kisaragi house, pounded on the door, and the parents sounded all scared, saying please stop and putting on the victim act. You know your son killed an innocent person. Oh my god. What? No way, this is just... It's about how bad things got 7 years ago. Everyone was hating on Kisaragi. How did things turn out like that? Some people don't understand the pain of losing a family member. They should learn what it's like. Learn what it's like. Some people are just so far gone. Most of them just post, but would never actually do something. Should I post about this on some vigilante stream and wipe out the seeds of crime? I'm sure 5S would take care of it. Get them. Oh, 5S! This was before it turned into a criminal case, right? Most of these posts are about how to punish Dr. Kisaragi. Things got really out of hand. 5S was what was written on one of the, on like the sign or whatever? But the students are brainwashed. They were used in some sort of occultist experiment. Does anyone have a list? Oh my god. It's getting hard to read these. Not gonna be any different from here on. Okay, we're done. Caught up on the Ueno Tenshu incident? Satomu Kisaragi committed suicide, and some people think it was a false accusation. The case itself is still unsolved, and most of the posts were just unbelievable. Yeah, the info going around on social media was total chaos. Things they're saying about him. Even if Dr. Kisaragi were guilty, did they really have to go this far? What kind of mess would flood your timeline each day? I've seen were even worse. So much going on, I feel overwhelmed. Speaking of, I need water. That was a good drink. Huh. So the Ueno Tenshu incident was really well known. Yeah, made a lot of news for sure. Satomu Kisaragi got piled on like crazy. Not surprised he gave up. Also, about Kengo Nomura, was it? The victim? Yep, killed near the pond in Ueno. Another thing. The ghost in Kamira-chan's photo. Could be him, right? Oh yeah, I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Kengo Nomura's ghost from Kamira-san's photo. Just a thought. Can Nomura-san actually still be alive too? Nah, no way it's that again. Once a lifetime is enough already. Maybe an alternate Nomura-san from the Netherworld? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, let's get back to the tour. We're back! Sorry, did we keep you waiting? No problem. We're all here now, so... Introducing the second mystery spot on this Ueno Occult and Dark Tour. This here is the scene for the Ueno Tenshu incident. Ta-da! So here we are. This is the scene of what's known as the Ueno Tenshu incident 7 years ago on September 21st. September 21st? That's what the 0921 number meant. The victim, Kengo Nomura, is said to have been attacked here by the culprit. Yet numerous mysteries remain unsolved, including the murderer's identity and motive in the Tenshu message. Rumors say Kengo Nomura's ghost appears in front of anyone trying to solve the case, and takes them away to someplace unknown, or so I heard. Maybe. Maybe not. Someplace unknown. Could that be the Netherworld? Well, now, here's the next puzzle we'd like everyone to solve. The Ueno Tenshu incident was named after a piece of paper with the word Tenshu written on it. Where was this paper originally found? The organizer has hidden an envelope somewhere within this area, and solving the puzzle will lead you to it. Our next destination will be in the envelope, so best of luck in finding it. It should contain information on the Ueno Tenshu incident as well. Are they all gonna make me solve it again? To tell you the truth, I had not been informed about the rest of our locations or schedule. So please work together to find it for everyone. Ready or not, the search is on. Yeah, I can see that, Oodles. The guide seems pretty cute. My personal high tiers right now are the guide and my queen over here. Kamira-san, can I ask you something? You saw the photo in the frame, right? I knew I'd seen his ghost. Does this mean I'll be taken away? I'm worried. I'm alright, you look kind of pale. Photo I showed you of the man's ghost. Do you think he might be Nomura-san from the Tenshu incident? Trembling, must be really scared of the ghost. She is, maybe I shouldn't say that I think so? It's the glasses, huh? The glasses and the big skirt. Big skirt is strong. They look similar, but... they do look similar. Might just be a coincidence, though? They say if you see the ghost's face, the dead man pulls you into the pond. Our guide just mentioned a similar story too. I think he made up that story about Nomura-san's ghost just to spice up the tour. Really? Let me go check with our guide just to be sure. And you won't have to worry. Glasses and the off-shoulder lace librarian shirt? Yeah, that's also high tier. I mean, it's a strong look. A very strong look. Mitsuda-san, may I have a word? About the Tenshu incident. No idea. Oh. Not the puzzle? Don't care. Find that envelope so we can move on. I see. Paper in the envelope? That strange paper in your envelope earlier. Oh, yeah. Want to see it? This is just a drawing of a snake? Huh? Who knows? Guess it is. Anyway, is this really a bonus draw like he said? Do me a favor and check with the guide what he meant by that, would you? Okay, sure. Don't tell me what to do. He has a point though. What does the snake even mean? The organizer put that paper in the envelope. Could it be related to the Netherworld? Or it connects to other pieces of paper that we might find? Fujiwara-san, were you able to solve the puzzle? No, not quite yet. Any progress on solving the puzzle? Well, I do happen to have a certain degree of confidence in my ability to solve riddles and puzzles. I'd say I'm actually quite good at them. But this particular puzzle is outside my area of expertise, so I prefer to leave it to you all, yes. About the Tenshu incident. You know anything about the Tenshu incident? To be honest, the Tenshu incident is the worst case of false accusation since the war. It has imposed a wholly unwarranted stigma on Dr. Kisaragi's name, yes. It's the war. Not bad. Do you happen to like Satomu Kisaragi? Well, it's not really about liking or disliking him. For people like us, Dr. Kisaragi is viewed as a living deity. I can say without any reservation, yes indeed. For those of us with similar interests that you might call the otaku, the book was a shining light of a gift. Wow? Conclusion, Dr. Kisaragi, author of such a book? Likelihood of him becoming a criminal would be beyond the realm of possibility. Yet the general public, those fools, I mean, they lack the social literacy to discern. So as his book also mentioned, a stigma is hard to shed once in place. Thanks for sharing that. In brevi, Satomu Kisaragi was falsely accused. The fact that this truth is kept from widespread acceptance suggests a conspiracy by some powerful entity. Okay, well there's the snake that was on your thing, by the way. Statue of a child angel, but with graffiti on it, jeez. Statue is titled To the Great Beyond. Is this telescope for observing the great beyond? Angel? Why does that ring a bell? Because that's something Meguria mentioned at the very beginning, said we would be hearing the trumpeting of angels. Also, is this supposed to be Jormungandr? I mean, it could also be like biblical significance with snake there, but I don't know enough about Japanese mythos and stuff to potentially connect it to something like that. Jormungandr and, like, you know, Satan being shown as a snake are the only things I can think of. Photo of Kingo Nomura, victim of the Ueno Tenshu incident. They have flowers too. Would a photo of the victim of a 7-year-old murder still be around? When do we put this here? For the tour, perhaps? I mean, I'm guessing this is not the original chalk outline. White lines on the concrete road are showing what seems to be a human outline. So the Tenshu incident happened here. Did someone draw this for the tour? I have to assume so. Mr. Gasmask, can I talk to you for a bit? I guess. He already said call him his name, not Gasmask. Since you're a journalist, perhaps you know something? About what? Back when the incident happened, did you do any research? Would you happen to know where the Tenshu paper was found? Yeah, well, the person who first discovered Kingo Nomura lying here heard they passed by while jogging. They called an ambulance, and after Nomura was carried off, they noticed the Tenshu paper. Found that after the victim was carried off? Wouldn't you notice a paper like that right away? Should probably check the area. About the Tenshu incident. So the Tenshu incident hasn't been solved yet? What are your thoughts on it, Mr. Gasmask? Thoughts, eh? Well, if you mean my personal view. Satomu Kisaragi, the occult expert, some say he's innocent, but personally I think he's a strong suspect. Why is that? Well, obviously. Must be a reason for that much controversy. The victim, Kingo Nomura, was on the staff at the Ueno Ancient History Museum. There's talk that Kisaragi is an occult researcher and Nomura were clashing about ancient history matters. Clashing about ancient history? Is that enough to kill someone, though? So Tomo Kisaragi and Kengo Nomura were fighting about ancient history? Creepy occult type and academic historian, oil and water much? Dr. Kisaragi was an occult researcher, but I thought he was a uni professor too? Is that story even true? I want to ask Matsudo-san. Don't mention I said this, but he works at the Ueno Ancient History Museum. Which means he's a colleague of the victim, that Nomura guy. Huh? Wow. Didn't know that. Should compile notes on Nomura-san as well. He's the victim in the Ueno Tenshu incident, which attracted a lot of attention back then. Piece of paper found on the ground near Nomura-san's body. Which word was written on it? Tenshu, Wrath of the Heavens. Bitenshu, Gluttony, and Wanshu, Lust. Wanshu, Lust. Yes, Tenshu, Divine Wrath that strikes down the evil of the heart, which the incident itself was named after. Why did the murderer leave the paper behind? Nomura-san didn't seem so evil that he deserved such a fate. I only think of one Japanese snake in mythology, and I don't think this is it. Yeah, like, that's kind of my thing. I couldn't really think of anything that would correspond to it. A man who was murdered in the Ueno Tenshu incident that happened a few years ago. He is known as a ghost who appears at Shinobazu Pond. It is rumored that if you make eye contact, he'll drag you into the pond. Occult researcher and author of Occult Great Reset, extremely popular in occult circles, said to be the culprit behind the incident. Site of the Ueno Tenshu incident, with a portrait of the victim and flowers. I guess it's part of the tour. Isn't this a bit over the top? Remember on the quiz, where was the Tenshu paper discovered? Best wishes! About the ongoing quiz. Oh, would you like a hint? I would if I could, but to be honest, the organizer only gave me the quiz test itself. So I don't actually know the answer, let alone the envelope's info on where to go next, or info on the Tenshu incident. What? What are we going to do if nobody knows the answer? Oh, whoops. Not good. Guess it's up to everyone to solve the riddle then. About the Tenshu incident. Do you know about the Tenshu incident? I hate to admit, but 7 years ago I was away in Spain studying flamenco dancing. Flamenco in Spain? Vala al flamenco? I was there for a couple of years, hoping to go pro. Chose to move to Morocco for a 3-year stint as a sushi place. Sushi in Morocco? I got back to Japan 2 years ago, so I have no idea about events prior to that. I see. What you told us earlier about the ghost of Kengo Nomura? About the people who encounter him being taken to unknown places? Oh, yes. It was written in the materials I was told to read at this location. Tried my best to make it sound creepy. Hope you liked it. That story really true? The ghost actually exists, you mean? I can't really say either way, being just a hired guide. Oh, I see, of course. It's probably better if I tell Kimura-san that the ghost isn't real. About Matsudo's paper. About the paper Matsudo-san found in his envelope. Oh, about that. That was kind of, like... What was that about? Didn't seem like something you prepared for a show or as a surprise. It would be nice of you to not tell the other participants, but... I wasn't told there'd be something like that inside. I did improvise quite well, yes. I'll just message a report to the organizer. So please let Matsudo-san know that he is indeed the winner, please? Okay, so you don't know what that means either. I wonder if the drawing is supposed to mean something. Should ask someone well-versed in occult matters. Yeah, well, we know who to talk to for that. Is Leafy still going, by the way? Can we get a Leaf check? Is he alive? Leaf is bugging? Uh-oh. Still. Uh-oh. Hey, the mood in this group keeps getting worse. I know. Like they all have thoughts on the Ueno Tenshu incident. I want to check with them about it too. Yeah. What do you think? Stream is still up. Uh-oh. Still, yeah, what is this, 6 hours? I mean, he's went longer before, but my god. Jasmine, what's your impression of the tour? As a mystery tour, it's been pretty regular. Doesn't feel like we're heading to the netherworld, but I think something's changed after we got here. Participants are one thing, but something about this place also feels off. I agree. What do you think is going on? About the investigation. Anyway, prioritize finding the map to the next spot, but also try to get a feel for what's going on with these guys. Maybe ask them if they've heard anything about the Ueno Tenshu incident. You're good at that kind of thing. I'll try. Oh, she's buttering me up. Yasmin, any idea how to solve the riddle? We did guess right about the Ueno Tenshu incident, but didn't see any post talking about the Tenshu paper itself. Gas Mask's a journalist, so he might have an idea. Back to Gas Mask. Mr. Gas Mask? Just Yamada is fine. Well, we don't actually have anything to ask you. We could ask you, though. Something troubling you? Mysterious snake drawing. Not the paper found in Matsuda-san's envelope. I'm surprised we're not talking about this. There's a strange snake drawing on it. Do you know what it means? Could this possibly be? The serpent held by the Cretan healer priestess? No, that doesn't add up. Cretan healer priest Haas? Oh, I know. It must be Sujin, a water god. Sujin? Really? What? I don't really understand. In Brevi. In other words, the serpent is not a random stake, but an icon related to the Sujin shrine. Water deity from the Sujin shrine, I see. Thank you for the info. Should check on the other drawing that looks similar. Okay. Looking closely at this graffiti, it does look like a water deity drawing like the one Matsuda-san got. Fujiwara knows something? Nothing... Examine? Hey, Leafy. How did your bug fables go? I hear you're having a fun time. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy fighting the roach? Did you have fun? I hope it was fun. Leafy killed the stream because Oodles was complaining? Wait, what? No, Leafy wouldn't. What? See, Oodles is confused. Also, hey Salt. Tenshu paper is found lying on the ground. It would have been around here. But I don't see any envelopes. Should I look around with the glasses? Yeah, now's the time for the glasses. I ended stream because Bugs would be mad at me for not peeing. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Bugs does care about bladders. Mirasan, are you okay? Was that for show? Guide mentioned he didn't know if the ghost rumors were true or not. We probably shouldn't tell her that as is, right? Anything wrong, Azami-chan? Well... I asked the guide about the ghost he mentioned. He merely brought that up to spice up the tour. Oh, really? Here you go, Leafy. Here's someone to cheer you up. Kimura-san here will cheer you up. Oh, really? Thank you. I feel a bit better hearing that. Yes, that's what I heard, so you can relax. As long as the ghost doesn't show up. Are you okay now? Are you okay now? Yes, thank you. I thought I could handle the occult and horror, but I think I felt really anxious there for a bit. I hear you. I'm scared of ghosts and monsters myself. Glad you're with us on this tour, Azami. I think I'll be okay for the next spot as well. Got a good amount of things unlocked now. We're progressing. Bugsman only has half a kidney left on one side and has convinced me of peeing importance. Yeah, it's important. Did you have any idea where the Tenshu paper was found? It was a piece of paper you'd think it was on the ground near the scene, right? Not much of a hint. About the incident. You know anything about the Ueno Tenshu incident itself? The Ueno Tenshu incident? Let me think. Those terrible t-shirts, perhaps? T-shirts? Soon after the case attracted attention, t-shirts printed with the word Tenshu word went really popular. Don't you remember? It was quite the boom. T-shirts exploiting the incident. I wonder if this is related to the puzzle. Probably not, but still. Should keep this in mind. I wonder if anyone else knows about the shirts. Tenshu t-shirts. Excuse me? Grrr. I heard you were Nomura's colleague. Yeah, I was, but there's no Nomura guy. Didn't know him too well. You? Play an amateur detective or what? No, that's not it. Do me a favor and cut the detective crap. Gets on my nerves. Yes. That would be Oodle's response. Got the t-shirts. Matsuda-san, do you know about the Tenshu t-shirts? The annoying tees with trash taste? They were based on the incident. Yeah, writing Tenchu on shirts to copy the murder. Some also had mindless words like got me or owned. People loved it. Hate the way they printed those on the back of the tees, too. The murders printed on the backs? Yeah, of course. That's what the case was about. Okay. Something troubling you? About the monument. Are you aware of the significance of that trumpet? Trumpet? It's said to resurrect the dead when blown, but there's a certain secret theory, too. Also said to be a sign calling out for the gates to be opened, yes. Totally thought it was a telescope. Angel with a trumpet? What do you think? Drawing on the monument's pedestal, what do you think it means? This is just what I infer, but the angel's trumpet opens the gates. Drawn there is Sujin-sama, a water god. The gate that connects here and the beyond, the world we are in the netherworld, may be here. Could the serpent perhaps be enticing us? Could it be? In Brevi. That would mean we were being invited into the netherworld. The netherworld? I have nothing conclusive. Okay. I'm going to put my glasses on now and be cute. Glasses! Well, that's not ominous. This place sure is creepy. Got to do the blue sky live thing, or maybe I did, I don't know. I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't, I completely forgot. Observe? The shadow looks like it's touching the photo. Is it setting something up? Maybe the tour organizer's shadow? This is the only shadow that's acting strangely. If this shadow is the organizer, and that means they hid the envelope somewhere around the photo. Okay, anything else? Doesn't look like it. I did not mean to talk to you, Kimura. I'm sorry. Meant to go over here. Check behind the photo. Tissue paper was pasted on the victim's back. Let's check behind the frame. Nope, not here. Where could the hidden envelope be? I looked around everywhere suspicious, but haven't found it. Mrs. Ami, I actually envy you. Due to my power of vision, I am unable to enjoy this event. Your envy isn't really helping, Director. Similar deal to the pond from earlier. Try forming a hypothesis to narrow down what you might have missed. Puzzle for this location is, where was the Tenchu paper for the Ueno Tenchu incident found? According to Mr. Gasmask, the paper was found after Nomura-san was carried off. So, where would the envelope be hidden? So, it was hidden after the body was carried off. Maybe it's buried in the victim's photo, still there. Maybe it's still there on the back of the victim's photo? Well, we just checked that, right? Still on the back of the victim's photo? Doesn't feel right. The question is, where was the Tenchu paper during? The paper was discovered after Nomura-san was carried off. Why was it found until he was? It might be the hint you need. I was thinking about the t-shirts. They had the Tenchu word on the back. I'm trying to mimic where the Tenchu paper was back then. Yeah, the back of the victim's photo. Maybe it's still there? What in the world is it? There's like 3 things that say like very similar things. Maybe it's the back of still there on the ground under. Buried in, pasted on, the scene of the murder. The ground under the back of it? No. Maybe it's pasted on the back? That's so weird. There was pasted on the back of the photo and just on the back of the photo. So I'm like, those are pretty similar, I feel. Yeah, that must be it. Nomura-san's photo is supposed to represent him, then maybe the envelope is pasted directly on the back of the photo itself and not on the photo frame. We should give that photo a proper check. Okay, that's what you mean. I thought we would just try that, frankly. What if we open up the frame and check behind the photo? Nothing here, why not? I was positive it'd be there. What's this? Looks like something was pasted here. Maybe the envelope was here at some point. Oh, I see. The shadow wasn't hiding the envelope behind the photo. It was shown taking the envelope. Someone must have figured out the answer before I got here. Who might that be? Somebody saw it before you got here. Any leads? No. Blue piss. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen blue piss. About the t-shirts. Sir Gasmask, do you know about the t-shirts? Yeah, those, sure. T-shirts based on the incident. Pretty popular then. The puzzle be related in some way? Could be. No, for sure. I think it's a thing, might want to ask around. You've already taken the envelope, correct? Yeah, sorry, I wasn't keeping it a secret. Professional force of habit, I tend to hold on to info I find. Should you know why the envelope was behind the photo? Paper was on Nomura-san back, so the hiding place reflects that, correct? Good guess, you got it. What was in the envelope, by the way? There were two envelopes. One was a map to the next location, the other was info on the Tinshu incident. I'll go ahead and hand this to the guide. Wow, so you weren't going to say that until I called you out? Esteemed participants, I hope you've all enjoyed this location. A round of applause for Mr. Yamada Gasmask, who was the first to find the envelope. Yeah, to the point, what did you say about the Tinshu incident? What did it say about the Tinshu incident anyway? Oh, well, of course. Checking right now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have the Tinshu incident envelope here on me. Oi, what's the big idea, eh? It's fair to me, I'm the one who found the envelope before anyone else. It's a scoop. I'm just going to give it away. So Tori okay with this? Well, Mr. Gasmask did find the envelope first, and he did hand me the map to the next location. The only meaning of this current location is that Dr. Kisaragi's false accusations spawned here. So the wise thing to do would be to simply head to the next one. I'll just take a 10-minute comfort break, then head to the next spot. The next location is unknown to anyone, one of Ueno's occult secrets. You ready to head into the unknown? We get a 10-minute nappy. Kimura has seen Kingo Nomura's ghost. Matsuda was Nomura's colleague. And that snake drawn on the pedestal of the angel statue? We haven't seen anything related to the netherworld so far. Don't let your guard down. No idea what could be coming. Is he on the phone? I traded numbers with Kimura-san. We're friends now. Jeez, we are on duty, you know. Anyway, let's check on occult spots in Ueno while we can. We're getting digits out here. Request for this case was to find out who the organizer is and what their goal is. Might help us hone in on that if we pre-gather info on the next occult spot. Right, on it. Let's get started. Gather info on occult spots in Ueno. Grab any keywords related to netherworlds. Since Occult and Dark are doing an Ueno tour, does that mean there are a lot of occult spots in Ueno? This kind of place. I haven't really heard anything, but maybe it's just not on my radar. We'll need to look up some place names to get more info. Spirit spot... Oops. Make sure we grab that. Looks like Ueno is one of the keywords. Yep, we'll need that one. Spirit spot makes me think of some kind of cemetery or prison. Didn't think there were many around. Prison? There's one in Ikebukuro, didn't you know? Heard that the dog at Saigo-san statue and Hachiko from Shibuya are a pair of guardian dogs. Okay, so there is Hachiko from Shibuya, but Saigo-san has a different dog. They're a pair of guardian dogs, and they guard the portals to an alternate demon world. Oh, okay, it's like the lions. Dog was a guardian? Like the sus urban myth. Ueno's demon portal is in Edo Castle. I read in Tsutomu Kisaragi's book there's a gate inside the castle, but the high priest Tenkai set up a barrier that keeps it closed. Ah, that's Fuamoko. They're guarding. Had a fat bowl of hot tofu soup from a local Korean spot. I'm so full. That sounds amazing, Chai. Congrats. Ueno's demon portal is in Edo. I read in Tsutomu Kisaragi's book there's a gate inside the castle, but the high priest Tenkai set up a barrier that keeps it closed. Demon portal? Barrier? Jasmine, what's the high priest Tenkai? Like a high-ranking monk, I think. Shinabazu Pond is a famous spirit spot, though I think Ueno had more places considered power spots, like Kenondo Temple inside the park. Rather look into power spots instead of spirit spots. Should we just hit one up on the way home? God, now I want some tofu. I might have to get that tomorrow when we go grab something to eat. I haven't had some Mabo tofu in a while. It's funny, him mentioned the same thing as soon as I did. I am sick and Bugsman got me spicy tonka soup with tofu for dinner. That sounds yummy. Same brain cell, him. Netherworld, I wonder what that is. Place that's hard to return from? This park is tied to Netherworld. Why did you say I wonder what that is? We know about this already. Netherworld seems like a key word. Makes sense considering what we're looking for. On your way to power spots, be wary of 4 junctions. I heard the old lady at the crossroads can show up. Wait, 4-way junctions? Crossroads? Aren't they like all over the place? There are plenty of old ladies at them. Alright. Let's go see about this. There are a lot of little old ladies in urban myths. There's Turbo Granny and the leg-selling grandma and many other haggard monstrosities. Today's entry into the Granny series is a particularly mysterious one. A particularly sinister one. The old lady at the crossroads appears as the sun begins to set. She calls out to the passing school children as they make their way home from school. What's your name, young man? If they answer, they'll be dragged into a 4th dimension. The 4th dimension. Even I haven't been to the 4th dimension. Can't imagine anything scarier than an old woman who drags you right into it. And guess what? She has an even more aggressive relative who shows up at 4 PM and immediately drags you into the 4th dimension with 0 warning. At least the old lady has the decency to ask your name first. We got it from a new place and got mild and discovered we need medium because they do traditional white people spiciness? Yeah, I always hate that. I always hate that. So often here, I'll get like medium for like spice level of like some chicken or something. And I'll be like, oh my god, this is nothing. I remember one of my earliest dates with Morgan, we went to a wing place. And I was like, I think I'm going to get the hot wings. And she's like, oh, they're pretty hot here. I don't know if you should get them since this is your first time here. So I was like, okay, I'll get the medium ones. And I like couldn't eat them. I was like, wow, this is like barely anything. We eat enough diverse foods that mild no longer cuts it. Needs a kick, exactly. Say that if you ride a boat on Shinabazu Pond as a couple, you'll break up? But that is more likely 99% because 99% of high school couples break up. Wow, don't ride a boat there. See, it makes sense. So every myth comes from ideas like this. But they built an underground military facility during the war that went unused, but it's still around even today. What a dream, a World War II underground facility. Military facility? I think they're making tanks or something down there? Curious as to how they got the tanks above ground, if so. Mild from the super authentic Mongolian place and South Indian places do need to be mild though, or else I die. Looks like underground passages can be considered otherworldly. Look into that. It's funny when you get the white people menu too. Yeah. Or they just assume I want mild. And I'm like, no. Like, I've been to multiple places where they're like, are you sure you want it that hot? And I'm like, yes. Absolutely. You like, trust me. It's fine. I haven't really found any Indian food that I like. Mostly because I'm not, weirdly, I'm not really into curry that much. Like, curry's fine, but it's like, the taste of it isn't my favorite. And then I'm not that crazy into vegetables, so... except certain ones. Do you have a big Indian community where you are? Oh yeah, huge one. Massive. Like 90% of the people at my office are Indian, and so I know all of the good Indian places that are authentic Indian food. I mean, depending on where, because some of them are like, well, you don't want South Indian food, and some of them are like you want this Indian food. But they all agree that this one place nearby is the best, and I've gotten food from there before. But we also have a huge tech capital nearby called like the Research Triangle, and obviously the community there is absolutely fucking massive as well. So yeah, I have huge Indian communities nearby. Keyword. Ueno, Netherworld. Who was it that said Ueno is connected to the Netherworld? Sotomu Kisaragi? Dr. Kisaragi popping up again. Well known in his field. Apparently places with a lot of people passing through like Ueno tend to connect more easily to other dimensions or netherworlds. There are a lot of old myths referring to roads, crossroads, intersections, and so on. Crossroads are also related to other dimensions? Turning at crossroads can get you all kinds of lost. It's easy to forget where you came from. It's not an alternate dimension, just a bad sense of direction. Before Tsutomu Kisaragi died, he was supposedly planning to lead a project on Ueno in the Netherworld. Shame that incident happened. Project on Ueno, so this is where Dr. Kisaragi was researching the Netherworld. Guess he was collecting info, like what we're doing now. Maybe the dark Netherworld energy in Ueno was the real reason behind his suicide. Netherworld energy was the reason? Is that possible? Like a special attack from a manga or something? A lot of Netherworld-like places in Ueno, especially Shinobazu Pond. They say the pond itself is a portal. Pond is a portal to the Netherworld, so if we go in the water, we come out somewhere else? I've played that game. What are you talking about? I saw something online the other day about an elevator in a multi-tenant building in Ueno leading to the Netherworld, but I've been searching forever since and can't seem to find that website. Oh, that's totally a thing. You tried to find a website you were browsing before, but it's totally gone. Yeah, totally. That's why you pin stuff. Interdimensional elevator. Press the right buttons and it'll take you to the Netherworld. To think it was a random elevator in a random Ueno building. No. Something that incredible located in a place like that? If it was that easy, so many people would have gone into the Netherworld by now. There are versions with 10 plus floors and 3 floors. If a woman suddenly gets in the elevator, that's it. I guess that woman wouldn't be human. Hey, that many versions? Has anyone actually made it with that, though? Underground? Netherworld? Underground often leads to netherworlds, especially in Japan. I mean, yeah, this... okay. This definitely feels very SMT4 to me right now. Because that immediately makes me think of SMT4 with like everything being underground and having to go through like the little dungeons. The thing about living here in SoCal is I could walk down the street and get Indian, Japanese, or Ethiopian food all on the same day. I just love Japanese food so much. Like I could legitimately just eat Japanese like every day. My god, I love it so much. Underground often leads to netherworlds, yeah. Why especially Japan? I wonder. Izanagi's visit to Yomi? I think Yomi is probably the first netherworld from Japanese myths. Visit to Yomi? What's that? Some Izanagi guy went to visit his deceased wife in Yomi. We saw that she had no makeup on and he decided to turn around and go home or something. Even in death, you're supposed to keep up appearances. Well, I want to be free from makeup when I'm dead. Yeah, that's fair, I think. Omusubi Kororin is also about the netherworld. Those places are definitely underground. Story of a man whose rice balls fall into a hole and he follows them in, right? And then he finds the Mouse Kingdom. Wait. Is that like theme park with something else underground? You're mixing things up. And in Alice in Wonderland, she ends up in a totally different dimension after jumping down a rabbit hole. It's a common theme. Other worlds in the underground, maybe some connection. Teacher, is Agartha and the Hollow Earth theory also considered a netherworld? Hollow Earth theory? Agartha? What does that even mean? No idea. These interdimensional terms can be way too complex. Basically, the underground equals the netherworld. Be really careful when you go underground. Guess we should watch out when underground. People working on some water pipes are all netherworld explorers. Underground equals netherworld. I'm surprised that was a clue. Ueno underground. So extra fuck you to Ice for coming to ruin the incredible restaurants here? Yeah, that's fucking awful. I mean, just fuck them in general, but... There's a secret World War II base under Ueno. Secret base? That means it's still in use now? During the war, military facilities were moved underground to protect them from air raids. Is this not a lie or a rumor? To avoid air attacks, that does make sense if it's a real thing. Not just in Ueno, Tokyo has an underground passage called the Royal Underpass. It's used for VIP evacuation route and nuclear shelter. Isn't this just common sense? Royal Underpass somehow makes my mouth water. No food court down there. If you walk into Ueno Park, the ground sometimes shakes even in the parts where there's no subway underneath. Ground shakes? That would mean something's down there. Is that just their imagination? So that sound wasn't the subway, but a motor sound from an underground military facility. Even though no one's down there, the machines are still running. Facility no one is using that still has motors running. Yeep. I'm scared by the most random things. Name color got me. I thought you were a Leafy for a second. Aw, Leafy's gonna be so happy that that Hemlock was mistaken for him. Speaking of underground Ueno, doesn't it remind you of the Iron Barrier? Iron Barrier? You may or may not have heard of that? Yeah, some urban myths are like that. Iron Barrier, isn't that about the Yamanote line? How it's shaped like a yin and yang to protect Tokyo? Train tracks forming yin and yang, that's so impressive. It's just a theory. You can easily destroy the Yamanote line because it's above ground. That's why they moved it underground, right? Just heading underground, what an idea. Just a theory. Just seeing emotes posted, I'm like, did Bugs somehow put it in emote only mode for a second? And I'm like, oh no, people are just posting emotes. The Ueno Underground is the vital point of the Iron Barrier. Because it is located in the northeast, the unlucky direction. At least that's what I read in Tsutomu Kisaragi's book. Vital point? What does that mean? Like a weak point? Iron Barrier. Vital point of that Iron Barrier. What happens if it's destroyed? Tokyo will be destroyed? You have a point. The barrier breaks. Is Tokyo doomed? Is Japan done for? Guessing demons would invade? Who needs more than emotes? Honestly, I would probably do better with emotes because I'm terrible at parsing text and understanding people's tone in text. So it would take a lot of the overthinking out of the situation. Yamanote line reminds me. I heard a ghost appears at an exit of Ueno Station. Stations really have a lot of rumors. Ghost at an exit? Which one? What happens if you use the exit when it's there? It appears when you go through the gate into the station. Maybe you'll never leave again. Glasses. Glasses are reacting to stations. Lots of stories out there about lines connecting stations to the netherworld. Research time. Ueno Station. Netherworld Station. There we go. I've got a fellow Reddit mod who communicates 99% with GIFs, and it's amazing. They pull them the pulls they make off the top of their head are admirable. Yeah, somebody that has like a lot of reactions is great. Talking about an otherworldly station, Kisaragi Station comes to mind. Tsutomu Kisaragi loved that station. Kisaragi Station is in Tsutomu Kisaragi? It's just coincidence. Seen a picture of that online. It was found to be fake. So this Dark Station photo is a fake? We should probably assume that. So otherworldly stations are not somewhere you randomly decide to just vacation to. Otherworldly stations like Tsukinomiya, Yami, Sutaka, Hitsuka, Amagataki. How many are there? Not over 100, right? Do you think there really are that many? Possibilities are endless. Those are the stations found by people who went and managed to get back. If we include those who didn't come back, it's got to be well over 100. Those who didn't come back? It's like there are stations that people can't come back from. Oh, that's scary. How do you manage to go to one? Do you just ride the train? Are there people who want to go? Only those with overactive imaginations. There was one you could get to by riding the train without stopping from Akihabara, but Tsutomu Kisaragi tried it a bunch and said he never managed to get to it. Dr. Kisaragi tried multiple times. Someone had a lot of free time, or I guess it was his job. Kisaragi Station is the worst of them though, right? If you accidentally got off the train, you'll never make it back. Never make it back, scary. It's not a real place. Otherworldly stations! One sec, I gotta get this. So you think, but if you make it there, they say there's this spatio-temporal dude who can help you get back. A spatio-temporal dude? So this time it's not about how to get there, but how to get back out. Spatio-temporal dude! Identification, Netherworld. Finally off to the Netherworld. Oh my god, yeah, there's a lot of scenes left. Jeez. This is a long one. We might not be able to finish this today. Why are you doing the pointing thing? Good news for people who've been dragged to the Netherworld. If you're reading this, give me a shout. Great. If you still got your head screwed on, start looking for the spatio-temporal dude. Apparently he keeps people who are lost in he helps people who are lost in the Netherworld get home. He just looks like a normal middle-aged man, so he won't be easy to find. There might even be several spatio-temporal dudes, but that's still unconfirmed. Anyway, just make sure he knows that you're not supposed to be there. Spatio-temporal dude should be able to tell just by looking at you, so don't give up hope. Keep praying that you meet him, just be warned. Sometimes he can't help at all. Reminds me of Mr. Rossetti. I think it's the hat. And the angry expression. Is Tenor yoinking their API? Weird. Really are a lot of stories about the Netherworld. Starting to feel like there are portals everywhere. Still not sure what exactly the Netherworld is. All we're turning up are vague stories of the Netherworld supposedly being there. Wasn't anything convincing about what happens if you do find yourself there. Let's talk about a place out of this world from earlier. Not much for witnesses. If you do get to the Netherworld, you just be stranded, right? I hope that's not where we're heading. I hope that's not where we're heading now. Then we go on a Netherworld safari. The organizer wouldn't want that liability. But how about the rumors of people going missing? Yeah, that's a question. And this here is our next location. It's just a random building? Rundown old place is the next spot. Yes, I will check again. Please be aware that this is just the entrance. The key is this elevator's buttons. Beep, boop, beep, bop, aha. Secret combination of buttons takes us there. Could this be the famed dimensional elevator? Could it be? What the hell? Seem to be headed down, beyond the existing floors. Oh wait, no, that was you. B4? Well, I'm glad you have lights. Thanks for the headlamp. Could this be? Behold, our next mystery spot, an abandoned facility deep underneath Ueno. Wow, where exactly are we? Is this from back during the war? Huh? Wait, oh no. The elevator, the button? It isn't responding. No signal on my phone either. No. Why is this happening? We may be trapped underground. If we're in a regular basement, there should be stairs leading up somewhere. Dimensional elevators don't always take you to the Netherworld. Netherworld? This is the Netherworld. We need to get back the way we came. No, nonsense. This couldn't possibly be... Hey, you're the guide. Stop panicking and do something. Isn't there a manual or something for emergencies during the tour? I've received nothing of the sort. Yikes. Hey, we're missing one. A Kimura chick is gone. Huh? Maybe she headed back up alone? I am neither liable nor accountable, you hear? It's not the point. We have here a strange note of some kind. Taking a look. Deep beneath Ueno from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms beyond the realm of the living. To cross the river of mourning, seek the serpent's gold. Another quiz? It's part of the tour too? I can't say for sure. I know absolutely nothing, like I said before. Jasmine, what should we do? Just keep calm. But... Mira-san is gone, and we need to find her! I don't know if this is the Netherworld, or where she might have gone. The elevator isn't moving, which means we can't go back the way we came, so our options are limited. Can't go back, and if this is the Netherworld, then... Yeah, there's a puzzle here too. Could just be part of the tour. If we solve it, maybe we'll get out. Zami, we need to talk. Yes. Underground. This is my next spot, which should be listed in my book here. Yeah, so there's 3 more areas that we have to go to. So yeah, this is just a long chapter. God, it's like several hours. I'm surprised they made it this long. It's like, it feels like there's not a good stopping point. Alright. Jasmine, what are we going to do? We're trapped here. Seems to be part of the tour, you know. The guide does look seriously panicked. Puzzle was to cross the River of Morning, seek the Serpent's Gold, right? Start by looking into that. Yeah. Seems normal. Not really. That previous one, that room I was in before, that one took me like an hour. Usually the rooms take like 15, 20 minutes, and then you're kind of moving to the new area. But that space, like, there was a lot to examine, like an absurd amount. I know because my voice is dying. Okay. I can hydrate again, yeah. And posture and stretch, I guess. That is a good stretch. Okay. Alright. Jasmine, we need to talk. So, what are we going to do? Tell me you have something in mind? Calm down. Solving the puzzle might let us move forward, so let's focus on that first. First, how about asking that Occult Otaku Fujiwara about the quiz? Jasmine, any gut feelings? I really can't tell if this is an accident or a planned part. It's definitely getting harder to tell. Depends on whether Kimura-chan is safe or not. About Kimura. Kimura-san was on the elevator for sure. I didn't see her stepping off it. So if we assume the worst, this could be a case of someone going missing? Shh, keep it down. Let's not stress them out even more. Go check around the elevator just to be sure. Those glasses might catch some traces. Understood. Observe. Walls are very old. Army? Tunnel number 6? Some of the stains look like handprints. Creepy. Hey, I see something like dials here. Looks like they can be turned. What are they for? 2 dials here. Looks like a dial lock of some kind. Dials have kanjis on them. That for Elderwood, and that for Tiger. Elderwood Tiger. Okay. An old elevator with a bag dropped on the floor in front of it. This be Kimura-san's bag? Come on, move! Oh good, it won't budge. Mashing the buttons doesn't work. I don't think it's going to move. Hello? Traces of Kimura. I was trying to find traces of Kimura, but I'm not finding anything. It's as if she disappeared while in the elevator. Is she really missing? Okay, is there anything else to see? Hi. It's not ominous. Shadow is placing something on the drawers. Maybe the nameplates on the drawers were put there recently? What is the shadow doing? It seems its attention is on the wall? Is it a trace of something, or someone setting something up on the wall? Okay. Observe. The whole wall is made of thick steel. There's a lot of red rust. There are marks on the floor as if something was dragged away from the wall. Was it dragged towards the wall? So the marks are cut off at the wall, which would be kind of strange. Okay, so you're saying this expands. Or like opens or moves back. What a marvelous spot this is for occult fans and military fans. Glad you're having fun, but we might be trapped here, you know. Solving the riddle would lead us to the exit, I think? Meaning of the puzzle. Message you read earlier, do you think it's part of the tour itinerary? Deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms beyond the realm of the living. Across the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold. About these verses? Know what it's supposed to mean? Well, my own theory would be as follows. Firstly, deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms beyond the realm of the living. This probably means you're underground, which is the underworld, which is not the realm of the living. It's probably the mythical world of the dead, yes. World of the dead. Then do you know what the River of Morning and Serpent's Gold might mean too? Let me think. The message advised us to cross the River of Morning, seek the Serpent's Gold. River of Morning mentioned here corresponds to the Sanzu River in Buddhism, or the Styx in Greek mythology, yeah? Therefore, it's suggesting we pay a gold coin to cross the river. See, which means we have to find that gold coin. How to pay. Supposing we do find the gold coin, how are we supposed to pay it? This is a puzzle. There should be a mechanism somewhere that allows us to. Did you look around for a serpent's coin as well as the River of Morning? Understood. Is there anything else? About this space we're in, I see various instances of the 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches. So I'd imagine those are related. Stems and branches? Dozen earthly branches denote a 12-year cycle. Mouse, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and boar. Combined with the 10 heavenly stems, those form a 60-year calendar. 10 heavenly stems are the elder and younger versions of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. The year 2020, for example, was the year of the moose, but also elder metal. Okay, so yeah, we have elder tree, we know. And brevi. In short, this space has numerous words combining 2 kanji. I wrote up some notes on the 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches. May they help you solve the puzzle. Thank you. I didn't really get what he was saying, but oh well. Seems that the instances are lacking certain words from the 60-year cycle. You may want to determine which ones. Examine the mechanism closely. That looks like a river. Is red rust supposed to be the river? Oops, almost missed it in all the rust. Some kind of dial here. These dials also show combinations of 2 kanjis. Checking Fujiwara-san's notes, seem like these dials are missing elder metal and sheep. How are these supposed to help us solve the puzzle? Okay. Let's talk to you. Mr. Gas Mask, I'd like to talk? Yeah, what? You think this is a setup? Huh? Well, of course. Lights are on for one, and that puzzle is proof this is all for show. Yes, maybe so. Being said, this place is something. Abandoned underground army facility? Sick. See the views rolling in. Her son has disappeared, or maybe she's gone missing. Really? Or was she never on the elevator in the first place? It's not possible. I saw her in an elevator with my own eyes. That's so, going missing during a mystery tour. That's true, I smell an article. Might mean that we're first-hand witnesses to our tour participants disappearing? Sick. Info on Tenshu. About the info on the Tenshu incident that you received at the previous location. Yeah, I thought you might ask. Did you already look inside? No, not yet. By the way, something's off about you. Keep snooping around, I've noticed ever since this tour started. Sometimes putting on those glasses. What's up with that? The other girl with you too, observing us from a bit of a distance, wearing a bored expression, but what's really going on with her? It's really not what you think. The Matsuda guy too, keeps glaring at me since I found the Tenshu incident info. Must be really concerned about what's in it. That otaku dude. You notice he sometimes has this weird look in his eyes? Is anyone on this tour even close to normal? Gas Mask is perceptive. Search for the Serpent's Gold. Mr. Gas Mask, this is a long shot, but would you happen to have a gold serpent coin? Serpent coin? We would have something like that. Thought so. Yeah? Search for Serpent's Gold. Also be the most likely place to find coins. Nowhere in sight. None lying around. Maybe somewhere else? Old and worn down metallic cupboard covered in dust. I don't see anything inside. Each of the drawers has a nameplate. How do you read this again? Looks like the symbol for king, but did it mean cow? Examine closely. Just like Fujiwara-san mentioned. These kanji are also form a 2 kanji word. Checking Fujiwara-san's notes, here it looks like younger water and 4 rooster are missing. Maybe part of the puzzle, so I should remember them. Okay. Hey, we really trapped in here? Can't say for sure, but yes, it does look like it. The hell, should have never joined this stupid tour. It's not even interesting. Think this is staged? Matsuda-san, do you think this is staged? Who cares, as long as we get out quick. Hell, I should have called it after the last spot. You mentioned you weren't that interested in the occult and such. Why'd you stick with us? None of your business. Just kinda ended up here. Matsuda-san, this is random, but would you happen to have a serpent coin? Serpent coin? What made you think I would? Of course, sorry for bothering you. Okay. No way. Phone's not working. This can't be real. Hey, take it easy. This is part of the tour, right? No, I told you, I haven't heard a thing. Please let this all be for show. Mira-san has disappeared, or maybe she's gone missing. Oh, we're finished. We're all done for. Oh, wait, why did she disappear? Where? You don't just vanish into thin air. Looked around, but it really seems like she's just gone. Yes, ending finale, epilogue. This is on me, right? Must be, of course. Please stay calm. Mr. Guide? Doomed. What should I do? We're doomed. Excuse me? Oh, hello. You happen to have any serpent coins? Serpent coins? I guess not. It's a Japanese... If a Japanese koban counts as a coin, actually, yes. Really? Here it is. Koban coin from the Sujin Shrine near Shinobazupan in Ueno. Koban from the Sujin Shrine? Could I borrow it? Yeah, sure. This Koban coin. Fujiwara-san might know something. Okay, that's useful. These dials also show 2 kanjis. Checking Fujiwara-san's notes. Elder Water and Snake. Are these used to solve the puzzle? Search for Serpent's Gold. Tried looking, but no luck. Serpent coin probably isn't around here. Yeah, I already found it. Mira-san may have gone missing. I searched in front of the elevator but couldn't find any traces. Mira-san may have gone missing. What are we gonna do? Can't use our phones to call for help, so the only thing we could do is get out of here. Okay, so that's all done. Now I just need to go over here and talk to Otaku. The time approaches. Is this wall the River of Morning? Not the steel wall in the back. It's covered in rust and looks like a river. Pretty sure that's the River of Morning? There's indeed a possibility. Those red patterns look like a design, so it's unlikely to just be a regular wall. Just check if anything else stands out. Look for suspicious objects. Koban coin. Couldn't find a gold coin itself, but our guide had a koban from the Sujin Shrine at Shinobazu. Oh. Lo and behold, a Mizini Mamori charm from the Sujin Shrine. Water and rivers have indeed often been depicted as servants and worshipped since the days of old, yeah? Koban coins are gold coins, of course, so this would qualify as Serpent's Gold. Eureka, eureka! I thought the Serpent's Gold would be hidden somewhere in this room. Our guide had this. Was it just part of the puzzle? Huh, this koban seems to be one of the ultra-hyper-rare ones, only 10 of which were minted in 2013. Ultra-hyper-rare design commemorating 2013, which was a younger water snake year. It is said to mega buff your monetary luck. Mega buff? Wow. In fact, I own one of these myself. Behold the utter brilliance of the younger water snake, Kanji 2013 in heavenly stems and earthly branches. As the cycle is 60 years, the coins could next be sold in 2073. I was blessed with this koban in my one and only chance during this lifetime. So that means... In Brevi, 2 hyper-ultra-rare kobans just happen to coincide. Is that a coincidence? Is that even possible? Oh, wait. I remember correctly, Mr. Yamada Gas Mask owns one too. Recall him bragging online about owning one, narrowly missing a flame war. Which means that 3 of those 10 kobans are gathered here, a divine happenstance. Is that even possible? I'll go ask Mr. Gas Mask. Is that why we were all chosen? That must be, right? Can I ask you something? About the Sujin Shrine. Mr. Gas Mask, would you happen to have a koban? Huh? I heard from Fujiwara-san that you had one. And that you bragged online and almost got flamed. Yeah, that Snake God koban, I do in fact. Can we see it? Mind if I take a look? Yeah, here it is. It is the same one. What do you mean? Our guide, Fujiwara-san, Mr. Gas Mask. There are only 10 rare kobans issued, and 3 of them are gathered here. Huh? Which means maybe Matsuda-san has one too? I'll go check. Well... Hey, ask the guides if anything's changed. Give me your koban. Matsuda, do you have a koban? Huh? Seems the koban is the key to escaping this place. Ah, the Sujin koban, yeah? I have one here. Let me see it. It's all worn out, so you can't really tell what it says. It's the same. Huh? What's up? So we're getting out of here, yeah? Hold on a minute, let me think this over. Commemorative coin. Solve the puzzle. I'm trying to think. This puzzle is way too difficult. Let's look at the puzzle itself once more. Puzzle went like, deep beneath Ueno from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms beyond the rail to the limig. Cross the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold. That should be it. Sazami, you have what it takes to figure this out. I believe you found both the river and the coins? Yeah, that's true. Looks like combinations of two kanji have something to do with them. We don't know what to do with the serpent coins. Serpent coins are the kobans that everyone had. There must be some way to represent them. When you examine the dials and nameplates, there was something different about each set. And Fujiwara-san mentioned his admiration for the Mizini Memori charm issued in 2013. River and the kobans. What is it we're supposed to do in the place that matches the two? Set the dial lock on the steel wall in the back to Younger Water Snake, I think it was? Yeah. Set the dial lock on the steel wall in the back to Younger Water Snake. Yeah, that must be it. There's something missing from the kanjis on each dial. Only the dial on the steel wall in the back can be set to Younger Water Snake. The other kobans came out. Let's try setting the dials on the steel wall in the back. Yeah, I mean, they made it, like, there was a lot of extra stuff there. There was a lot of obfuscation, but the solution itself is pretty simple. Set the dials to Younger Water and Snake. Here we go. Yes, it opened. Alright, we can go open this door. Let's do it. Okay, that room was quick. Hey everyone, we solved the puzzle. Wow, we did it. Finally, we're out of here. Almost thought we were really trapped. Zami, let's give the steel door a push. You all help out too. Oh, right, let's go. More water needed. Again. Phew, took a while even with everyone pushing. Dark underground tunnel. Guess I'll be following it? Elevator's out of business, only way one forward, yeah? Hurry up, guide. Eek, no, how could I possibly... You don't have much choice, let's go. Zami, grab this. Good thing I brought flashlights, night tour and all. You're saying I'm leading this? To be honest, everyone here is up to something. I'll keep watch from the back. Remember what happened to Kimura. Anyone does anything shady, I'll take them down. Okay, God, Jasmine's so cool. How long have we been walking? I think it's been an hour? Nah, it hasn't even been 10 minutes. Also, do you smell something funny? Yeah, it's gas. It's not that strong, so it won't hurt us. Considering where we are, let's hope it's not some weird gas leak. Impressive. I thought you were just some regular chick, but are you in some special line of work? No, I'm just trying out the moves from action films. Huh, really. So where the hell are we? I'm not sure. Oh, Fujiwara-san. Maybe your occult insight can tell us where we might be right now? What's with him? Guys, I said a word since we got to these tunnels. Hold on, look at this. This is such a cool shot. I thought that was a gun, but no, it's like a railway. Railroad tracks. Tracks, really? Yes, there's a way out. We're getting out. If we follow them, we might reach a subway station. Uh-oh. Never thought we'd stumble upon subway tracks. Closest subway line in the area would be the Keisei line. The tracks we're following are single track. Guess this might be one of the side tracks? Is it just me or are we being watched? It's felt like that for a while now. Also, I think I hear footsteps from behind us and what sounds like singing? Gas is starting to get stronger too, oh no. Flashlight's flickering, it's about to go out. There's something lurking ahead. Right? Hey, your yelling is stressing me out, please stop. Yeah. Huh? Wait, look over there. It's a station. Yeah. We made it. My flashlight is out. Glad we made it here with the last of the battery. Which station is this, huh? Even a station in use or an abandoned one? Well, you're right. This looks like a regular one. No way. This couldn't be. Kisaragi Station? Huh? What the... Hey, they're gone. Yikes. Jasmine isn't with us, and Fujiwara-san too. Huh? I'll go back for them. The flashlight's dead, remember? Alright, think. Matsuda-san, do you have a lighter? Yeah, sure, but... Don't. Single spark in this place. The gas will catch fire and we'll all die. Flammable gas? We just have to look for a way up. Uh-oh. Path leading out is closed off with metal shutters. So now we're stuck? And here's another message mentioning a puzzle. Hear this, from a denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. What is this saying? We have 3 people missing and you're still messing around? The heck is your point? Yeah, we don't have much choice. Even if we could find our way back in the dark, that elevator still doesn't work. Now the gas is getting stronger. Whew. Never thought I'd actually get to use this. Yeah, it's pretty handy that you have that. Mr. Gas Mask is back to gas masking. Solving the puzzle is our only way out. Here goes. I gotta escape room again. Okay. Clues 04. Underground facility accessed by elevator from a multi-tenant building. Not just anyone can get in. The buttons have to be pressed in a particular order to enter the elevator. An elevator leading to another world? Abandoned station that can be reached by following an unused metro line. There are only a few remnants from it when it was used, but everything is broken down. In Urban Mist, there are a number of stations that lead to other worlds. Is this one of them? And then we have the case notes. I got lost and ended up at Kisaragi Station. So yeah, I have 20 minutes of stream left, and we still have another area after this area. Can I lock in and do it? I'll try. Observe. Hear this, from a denizen of the underworld. Another worldly path leads back to the living. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Fujiwara-san is no longer with us. Will any of us be able to make sense? I mean, there's less characters now, so it'll take less time. At least. I don't want to force you, but I believe in you. Thanks, I need that right now. Because I'm like, I don't want to come back to this, especially since it's going to be the weekend, so I will have forgotten everything by the time I get back to this, like, Tuesday. There's stairs on the other side of these metal shutters. We might be able to reach the surface through there. Try to raise them? Should check if the shutters can be raised. Possible, it's not even moving. Middle door. Maybe a storage room for the station staff? There's a huge padlock on it, looks impossible to open. Lock has a 4-digit dial on it. Okay, and it's the snake again, Sujin. It's the same one for Sujin-sama, the water god that we saw earlier in the park. I wonder if anyone might know the correct 4-digit number. That would be wild to expect. Wow, this station makes me wonder if this is actual reality. So to leave this place, we'll need to solve that puzzle. I see. Where are we? Wonder where this place is. It's like an old station platform. But if you told me this is the Netherworld, I'll probably believe you. Is this the Netherworld? Mr. Gasmask, have you figured out what the puzzle means? Hear this, from a denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. So some say the other underworld is a never-changing sanctuary of sorts, and the living means the world we know. Never-changing sanctuary, I guess this place might fit that. I was talking about a way to return to reality from here? I was talking about the way to the land of the dead. Land of the dead? So the way to return to reality from here is the path of the dead, meaning maybe it was already shown on our way here? Something like that. Give this puzzle a little more thought. Could you check around the station? Observe? I heard the sign with the station name on it was taken down? Wonder what station it was. Any hidden mechanisms? Nope. I like where your head's at, though. Station's creepy. Gives me the chills. Solve the puzzle and get out of here. Hell, how did things end up like this? Any thoughts? What do you think? Thoughts? I have a big meeting to be at tomorrow, so we better make it out of here or else. Well, I mean, you showed up here. Station bench, how old is it? Paint's all dry and cracked. Maybe there's a secret exit. Of course not. Observe? There's a ventilation duct near the ceiling. Could it lead to the surface? Way too high to reach. Doesn't look like the type that opens, and it doesn't look wide enough to crawl through. No way out from there. Stairs leading from the platform to the tracks, but it's totally dark. If the flashlight hadn't died, we could go a bit further. They really, like, relied on us actually having the flashlights. Like, my god. Luckily, Jasmine had that, because this chucklefuck of a tour guide didn't have it. We won't make it out of here alive, will we? Don't say that. We might still find a way out. I really need to take a break. Ugh. Wonder where Jasmine, Fujiwara, and Kamura-san went. Why is this even happening? I need to quit this job. This tour guide is weird. Like, he's seemingly just thrown in here with no indication of what's going on at all. Symbol on the padlock. Not the dial on the door. Oh, this is the weird mark that was drawn on Matsuda-san's tour materials. It's the same one as the one we saw at Shinobazu, right? Are there any 4-digit numbers that might be related? Nothing in the reference materials I received. By the way, the 4-digit number back at the pond was... You mean 0921? Right, the date of the Ueno Tenshu incident? Yeah, September 21st, also the day Kengo Nomura passed away. That's right, the day he left this world. That's important, I think. Ah! You love to see that. Yikes. I see hands wrapped around the ventilation duct. Why are they up there? We gotta find something else here. This trace is strange. It's very vague. Maybe the shadow of someone who used this station? I wonder if the station was ever actually in use. Trace of someone putting up a piece of paper. Might be the organizer. That's how the organizers appeared all the other times. Open the padlock. Here goes nothing. I mean... 0, 9... 2, 1? Yep. It was just the same code. Like, I'm shocked they even made me put that in there. Oh, it opened? The number is the date of the Ueno Tenshu incident and Kengo Nomura's passing. Why would the padlock open with that number? Is someone trying to tell us something? Like, that was shockingly easy. Like, so much so that I would see some people not getting the answer because they're like, there's no way it's that easy. Check the staff room. Okay. Is this counted as a new area in the book? No, it is still just here. Old work desk. I wonder when it was last used. Nice, thank you. I try sometimes. Anything in the drawers, please? Nothing here. A row of old lockers. It's faint, but there's graffiti painted. Well, I mean, clearly you just have to do something with this. Seen this shadow before. God of Death, this shadow from before the River of Mourning. There be something in the lockers? Yeah, it's clearly pointing to the one that clearly has a snake logo on it, which I noticed but couldn't interact with. Most of the lockers are just closed, but there's one locker with a dial. 4 digits again? Let's try 0921 again. No, not that easy. What stands out is the snake drawing. Speaking of snakes on this tour, reminds me of the Sujin Shrine coins. 4-digit number related to the shrine coins? I wonder what it could be. I think someone mentioned something. Who might remember? Let's get back to the platform. That would be Fujiwara would probably be the one that would remember a date specific to the 4 shrine coins. No, not that. Oh wait, but Fujiwara's not here. Shit, so it has to be you. Mr. Gas Mask, I'd like to talk. Number related to the coins. Not the Koban coin you gave. Can you think of any 4-digit numbers related to it? Huh? 4 digits? No idea. I see. Wait, if you're looking into the coins again, is there another puzzle? That's right. Strange that we'd ask for similar answers, isn't it? Wonder if the puzzle itself is hinting at something to make us realize, or am I overthinking? Matsuda, could I bother you? Matsuda-san, you had a Koban coin. Yeah, you know I do. Do you happen to know a 4-digit number? Yeah, there was something, yeah, a younger water snake anniversary one, once every 60 years back in 2013. 2013, sounds like it might work. Aha! 2013, yeah, the year of the coin. I should have known, because they did mention that earlier. Well, if we're already at almost all the clues, this was a very short room, so we might actually do it. Open. 21-3. Here we go. It opens. Yeep. What is this? Sinner with the marked arm shall never return to the living. May you repent here till you rot. Okay. What do you mean it ends here? We don't have any more hints. No puzzles to solve. Mark on the arm, seriously? Mr. Gas Mask? It's nothing. Things look kind of bleak, huh? How do we get out? Maybe there was never a way for us out in the first place? Excuse me, is it just me or does it smell weird? Yeah, it definitely smells. Gas keeps getting stronger. Oh no. If it keeps getting worse, we'll be in trouble, explosion or not. Oh no. Hey! Someone there? Who is it? Jasmine? Yep. Ew. Wow, glad we finally made it. Jasmine? And Fujiwara? This guy was acting shady back in the tunnel, so I kept an eye on him. Then he started sneaking back the way we came. So I chased him down and grabbed him. Nonsense, I must do what I need to do. None of you understand the utopia we were promised. Dr. Kisaragi was innocent. They are deep in anguish. Great reset! It's been like this for a while now. Everything's on your end. Found a way out? About that. Not options. Oh, jeez. What can we do? Are we stuck underground forever? Isn't there a way out somewhere? Hey! My phone? This is where I saw the strange hand-like shadows. I have a signal here? Can you investigate this myth that I'm awake? Wait, it's a myth that you're awake? Which means you're asleep right now, Rexby? Come on, you have better things to dream about than watching my stream. Just, you know, dream about, like, mint or something. I mean, well, yeah, I guess you see mint all the time, every day, so maybe you don't want to dream about mint. Seems you're safe and sound. I was worried there. Spectre-san! Your voice has a strong echo. What have you wandered into? No wonder all my calls went unanswered. We're still trapped here in a place like a Netherworld station, and the gas keeps coming, we're running out of time. Please keep calm. If we shed some light on this case, you should be able to make it. You'll need to gain permission from the denizen of your underworld. Permission to head back to the living world. Okay. He's kind of an ass because, like, he's explained, he straight up knows how this case is going to go, but he's allowing us to freak out about it and feel horrible. So, I don't know, I just woke up. You're still asleep, Raxby, it's fine. You're lucid dreaming right now, so do whatever you want in your dream. Actually getting a signal? That's right. It's around here, it seems. Hurry up and do something. Gas keeps coming. How about you call for help, like right now? Oh, I'm about to faint. Unhand me, you brutes. I'll make sure this guy behaves. Go for it, Zami. Let's begin, Mrs. Zami, without attracting too much attention to my presence. Good idea. This isn't really the time for the usual dissolution. A rather unexpected and fun turn of events. Ooh, I'm going to inject HRT. Yeah, do it! Get that E. The tour has found its way deep into the bowels of the earth. They wouldn't call it fun. We're on the brink of death here. I see. Another world's miasma seems to be taking its toll. To return to reality, we must purge you of this deathly corruption. The eye reveals all. Eye opener. Okay, so it is happening earlier than I thought. I love the music here. Now let the dissolution begin. Yes! Ueno, Occult, and Dark Tour has led you to the Netherworld. Shinobazu Pond, the site of an unsolved murder in an abandoned facility and tunnel. You have ended up in what seems to be the Netherworld. What are your thoughts on your experience so far? Really miss the sky right now. Asking you this less for customer feedback, and rather to assess common traits among those who reach the Netherworld. So, Mrs. Ami, how would you describe the participants on this tour? Everyone had a reason, involved in spiritual activities, a reality show-ish surprise set up by an event company, involved in spiritual activities, lucky folks. Everyone had a reason. This is going to be a vague answer, but everyone had a reason to go on or some connection with the tour. Great. They had various reasons. Strong interest in the occult, to write an article on the tour, acquaintance of the Shinobazu Pond ghost. Could also say that those who reach the Netherworld have an uncanny reason to attract each other. This is the basis we should start from. Good job. Aw, I'm getting all the praise. Flush. Another world that supposedly exists on the flip side of the Ueno area. Don't you feel there is some kind of story behind this place? Something distinctively different from common tropes, such as the presence of fae or anomalous abominations. As if the underworld were that much nearer. So, Mrs. Ami, let me ask you about the activities that were prepared for this tour. All the activities had one element in common. Do you know what it was? One common thing among all the activities. Something about brothers, finding the next quiz show prodigy, something related to the missing participants, something to do with an unsolved case. Something to do... So there was the case, and then the first one... Something about brothers. It's not brothers. It's not quiz show prodigy. Something related to the missing participants. Something to do with an unsolved case, I think. Or it's the missing participants. I think they're looking for the Ueno Tenchu incident's murder. Excellent! Puzzles presented as activities on this tour were all related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. What might this suggest? I have waffles? This is a rare one for me, but I'm actually hungry and a waffle could hit right now. The things I would do for a waffle. Waffle House is open. This particular netherworld may be related to Kingo Nomura. Waffle could fix me, honestly. I don't think it could fix me. It would fix my hunger, but it couldn't fix me. In your earlier answer to my first question, you mentioned the tour participants all had good reasons to be here. My next question is about those participants themselves. So, Mrs. Ami, there was one thing that all the other participants had in common. They had a koban. All interested in the occult. Everyone had a Sujin Shrine koban on them. I'm pretty interchangeable with waffle and pancakes. I'm fine with either. Go eat now? I can't. I have to finish this. I must, you see. I can drink water. That's putting something in my body. That works, right? I will make you pancakes whenever you want, but you're shoving your gullet with my waffles right now? Is that a euphemism? Raxby, why are you just quoting that? This is not good dreaming material for you. Can't believe Quasi said that. Look, that frog was not working with me. I was not talking to Raxby. Oh god, Bugs isn't here to give the quote. The other quote. I think it's the one right after that one. 346. So, somebody quote 346. Everybody had a koban. I don't know how or why. 344. 346. Raxby is wonderful, and Raxbys are wonderful things. Boom. There we go. That's not exactly what I said because Bugs paraphrased it, but it works. All the participants had a Koban. Excellent. We needed another one there because you say excellent twice. We needed like a magnificent. All the tour participants owned a rare coin, of which only 10 are known to exist. It's as if the organizer, keeper of the Netherworld, had gathered owners of that particular coin. All in all, the tour organizer seems to be looking for someone specific. Perhaps they were gathering participants and observing them from the Netherworld. God, if this song comes on in the club, oh my god. If this song comes on in the club. Just quasi-objectifying me. Technically, Bugs said that. I said you were cherished. How is that objectifying you? On to the final step. My next question is about the tour guide's handouts being one envelope short. Not even a factor? Any thoughts on the tour handouts being one envelope short? Our guide mentioned he had just passed out what he'd received, so it's strange that there would be such an oversight. Which may mean that the handouts themselves were present as intended. But there was someone in the group who wasn't invited. Huh? Someone who wasn't invited? So, Mrs. Ami. Someone on this tour is uninvited. Do you know who they are? I would guess... I mean, us, Either you need to stop using the quote or you need to stand by it. Don't make me edit the quote to say what I said, because I will. Yamada said he got an invitation. We have fake ones, I guess, and the guide wouldn't need an invitation. But the guide was, like, not invited, but the guide was hired to guide it. It's gotta be these two. Azami and Jasmine just seems like a stupid answer. I'm sorry, my head's bobbing to the music. I'm going to say the guide, because the guide is acting weird, and it's technically true that the guide wasn't invited. Oh no, wait. Wait a minute. Someone on this tour isn't invited. It is Azami and Jasmine, even though that's the obvious answer because we're the only ones that didn't have a Koban. Even the guide had a Koban. So it's gotta be us. Could it possibly be us two? Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, wow, I've never seen him say it in all caps before. Bingo. I've always wanted to say that, by the way. What a dork. More likely to eat a frog-shaped waffle? I think maybe. Do y'all have state-shaped waffles at your hotels? No, I think that's a Texas thing, Oodles. I think that's a Texas. we do not. When I go to a New York hotel, I live here? Well, you gotta keep in mind, Oodles lives in basically a country that's just Texas, so... Invitation DMs were forged by yours truly. What can't you do? Even an anonymous organizer needs a social network account for their online activities. I mean, I thought that was obvious, but I was overthinking it. We happen to have a handy tool that enables us to borrow such accounts. You mean you hacked their account? Miss Azami. That is not important right now. Totally avoided the question. Anyway, so use that handy tool to create a fake invitation with an uninvited duo showing up. It's only natural that you'd be missing one of the said handouts. You two were the intruders in this tour. I mean, that was obvious from the beginning to me? Okay. 'Tis fine. I've only seen Mickey waffles, and that was when I was a teenager at Disney. The key turns. Here we go, we get to see him do the cool hand thing. Now the final question to illuminate everything. Mrs. Ami, you mentioned earlier that someone is looking for Nomura-san's murderer, seeking to avenge him. Well, that was just a hunch of sorts. That is the key factor in determining this tour's organizer. This tour invited individuals related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. Yet unlike you and Jasmine, there was a certain tour invitee who did not share common characteristics with the others. Wait, you mean someone who had a characteristic that the tour organizer would never have chosen? Who was this person? This organizer invited someone who had characteristics that should have ruled them out in the first place. So Yamada had the coin, Matsuda had the coin, Fujiwara had a coin, Kimura did not, and she was also the first one that disappeared. I thought she seemed too cute. I thought so. Kimura. Could be Kimura? Fabulous! Yay, we finally had one! Or wait, have we always had Fabulous? I still think we could throw a Magnificent in there. You and Jasmine as our outsiders. The official participants, she is the only woman. Oh no. You may recall greeting her when you first reached the tour's meeting point. I think I asked her if that we were at the tour's meeting point. You remember who answered and how? It's Kimura-san, and she said no, she didn't think so. But that was because the only person capable of identifying intruders to the tour was the tour organizer himself. Indeed, it was her. It was Kimura-san, the organizer of the tour and resident of the Netherworld. Kimura-san, or rather, Miss Tomoko Nomura. The mystery is now solved. Yeah, vogue for me, King. You really do be voguing. Thanks for dissolving me. Tomoko Nomura? I didn't expect anyone to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw you, I was like, oh yeah, this is a queen that would look at me with disgust. You have a lighter, which I'm scared of. That's terrifying. You? I wouldn't take another step if I were you. Set this place up to be filled with gas. Just one little spark and... No! Made a real mess of my plans. This tour's organizer, I find that unforgivable. As this tour's organizer, I find that unforgivable. But it's been taken care of now. Nomura-san, you're alright. Who cares about that? We're all about to die here. You're Nomura's sister? What's your problem with us? Why even run this stupid tour? Hunt down the real murderer of my brother, Kingo, of course. The murderer didn't even touch my brother's wallet. There was one thing they did take. The Sujin Shrine Koban I gave him. Tell me, who among you took it? Show of hands, please. Matsuda here took forever to accept my invitation messages. I told the police countless times that Matsuda had a motive to murder my brother and should be a strong suspect. But that's because I have an alibi. No way I could have killed Nomura. She did have a motive. My brother often told me about the hazing from a jealous colleague. My brother was rushed to the hospital just before dying. He told me the murderer has a mark on his right forearm. Yeah, we did hear about that. I couldn't see anyone's forearm, so I couldn't have picked up on that earlier, but... Mr. Matsuda, could you roll up your sleeve and show us? Why the hell would I do that? Never mind then. Everyone, this is the end. Thanks for coming. Oh, wait. Here, you happy? No marks. Nomura-san. Looks like Matsuda isn't the culprit. What? No way, that can't be. I didn't take his coin, I went to buy it myself. I have an alibi for when Nomura was attacked. I do have tattoos on my upper arm. Looks too scary for a museum employee, so I try not to show it. Yeah, I mean, it would have been too obvious for you to be the bad one since you were like an asshole this whole time. I still partially expect the tour guide. It must be you, Gas Mask Yamada. Amura-san, please stop. Shut up. Do you have any idea what I've been through these past 7 years? The world goes crazy over the Tenshu incident, but nobody cares about the victim's family. Suddenly there's suspicions around Tsutomu Kisaragi, and everyone labels him a murderer. And once Kisaragi kills himself, they blame the press for overdoing it. And when they've had enough, they get bored and leave. Amura-san. Gas Mask, roll up your sleeve. Roll it up right now. As you wish. No, Mark. How come? Amura-san, please. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Let it go. You had the wrong idea, so let's all just head back up and... Uh-oh. Come with me. Who? Me? Zami? Uh-oh. Queen chose me! No one else move if you try anything. We won't do anything. Please don't turn that on. Damn. No one will bother us now. I know you understand me. Sorry for shouting at you back there. Now I don't have to. Amura-san, are you really set on getting revenge? I can't forget. He was my brother. Kengo was my brother. Yes, I'll be doing more of these events. Sami-chan, it's you, isn't it? I'd really like your help, because you understand me. I wanted to talk to you about that. Why me? Let's head back up. Just the two of us? I think I think I just got a Dami Mommy. Oh yes, take this. The key to the shutters there. You can keep it, see? You can trust me. But why? Because it's you, Azami-chan. We'll have everyone else die and move on together. Ah, yeah, I do. I have a yandere Dami Mommy. Amura-san? I thought you were smarter than this, but clearly I was wrong. Why? How could you say such a thing? To this man with the mark on his arm who stole the coin from your brother. What if he had sold the coin right away? What if there were multiple murderers involved? Despite the years you spent, the results are underwhelming. Hector, you don't have to put it like that. Moka-san, please listen to me. Avenging your brother won't make him happy. Sami-chan, why are you saying this? This is the only way for me. I was sure I could make it work. Next tour will be the one. Next time, one day, roaming the netherworld, fueled by those words, how quaint. You're unfit to see this vengeance through. Don't say that. Then what am I supposed to do from here on for my brother? Please tell me, how could I make this work? I'll do better next time. Please stop, Nomura-san. You're only making your brother sad. Why, Azami? I must find out who killed my brother for Kengo. It's okay. Can we hug her? Can I give pats? And here I am, back on terra firma. Talk about a refreshing breath of air. Like hell it is. We never tested some of the other guys. You might have caught me, but we are many. The prophecy will be fulfilled. I'll make sure to hand these two over to the cops. Zami? Why does this mask have an Usopp nose? It's like a half mask. It could be like a Tengu mask or something. I didn't get that. It looked like more of like a half masquerade mask, but... maybe Tengu mask? Gas Mask! I like this song too. Mysterious organizer of the Occult and Dark Tour. They were ultimately unable to determine who it was. The organizer seems to have gone missing in an abandoned underground station in Ueno. Did they step too close to the netherworld? Were they from there in the first place? And that's it for the Urban Myth Dissolution Center channel today. Stay tuned. Man. This case was way too exhausting. She took you away, I thought it was over. Yeah, I don't worry, Jasmine. I may have strayed from your light a little bit when the girl with glasses threatened to kill us, but believe me, I'm still on Team Jasmine. So sudden, I was lost as well. Great job on talking her out of it. Might be a secret skill of yours. I was just lucky. By the way, what did the police say? Nomura-san turned out to be an employee of the company in charge of that underground facility. She'll be facing repercussions for using the facility and tunnel on her own. So that's why she had access to the station underground. Also, the gas that was building up underground? She had set up something in the ventilation ducts. I mean, did she really solo all of it? Seems impossible for just one person. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. Will we not? How was your netherworld trip? Director? So, was Dr. Kisaragi the murderer or not? You must be pondering Nomura-san's words. Here's the song again. The information that traverses the internet can give rise to both evil and good. Evil in the form of a culprit? That is what the Times called for 7 years ago. Called for it? Evil? That is such a good emote, Heart Trip. So the Illuminate cards aren't prophecies, but announcements of intent. It's a calling card! We can conclude that these are acts of sabotage by antisocial elements. What about the Samezima admin? No trace so far. Not so easily baited. Continue gathering intel at the center. I'll leave that to you. The CUTU. Commissioner? Okay, so that was just a conversation between those two, and I was not privy to it. Dear Samazima members, the Great Reset is nigh. Ah, we're getting in deep. The evil that dominates the present-day world. You still look like a Mortal Kombat character. Will no doubt try to foil our plans. Are you about to bite it? We must not falter. Or you're one of them. Yup. General public is oblivious to the deceit. I mean, I saw you walking away earlier. The world is ready for the Great Reset. And you will be the ones to make it happen. Urban Myth Dissolution Center! Alright. We did it. I came in at a good time. You missed the cool music. Okay, do not click. Do not. Don't do it. I wonder, I don't even know how many chapters we have left. I thought there was only going to be like 3 main chapters, but clearly that is not the case. Also, it like definitely skipped over an area because it looked like based off of that thing that I still had 1 area left, but it just skipped the Dissolution, so I don't know what's going on there. Do you want to know? Yeah, it would be convenient for scheduling and stuff. I usually don't mind just knowing like generally how long a game is. 8? Damn. Okay, that is a lot, actually. I expected like 3 or 4. But we've done 3 now. So we're almost halfway. Oh god. Oh, that's a good stretch. Okay. Alright. I guess I'm done now. I'm going to go grab some food, I suppose, because I think my body and my brain is screaming at me. So yeah. Have a good time zone and stuff. Bye bye.